Hello, hello. Hey, okay.
Hi.
Hey, everybody. That's now the audio's working fine. We had some technical issues where for some reason it sounded like we were outside. Welcome to the Heatwave special. We've closed all of our windows and turned off all of our fans just for you. So I hope you appreciate it because we want the audio to sound somewhat decent. Yeah, so apologise if we look a bit dishevelled. We've sort of
It's
mainly
too hot.
mostly focused on not being a liquid right now.
It's too hot. We're not built for this weather.
It's something like
Drop my phone.
it's something like I mean it got up to 35 degrees last week, I want to say. And we live in a flat that's just not built for this kind of weather. And we've got someone above us, we've got something below us, so the heat, we're trapped in the middle of all the heat. At the very least, if we were on the top floor, we could just open everything we knew and go out somewhere.
Yeah.
But we just about made it. So if you've seen the latest video, that's why I'm particularly crazy in that video because that was filmed straight after work,
So
straight
you had
after
a long day of work.
had a long day of work
An
in
hour and a
an
half.
air conditioned office.
Yeah, but then an hour and a half to 2 hours
Yeah,
coming home because all the trains and tubes were delayed.
everything's fucked because this country only runs at 16 degrees, and that's if a fucking leaf doesn't fall on the track.
It's always an excuse. Too hot, the train tracks have warped. Too cold, they're frozen. Too rainy, it's too slippery. There's too many leaves on the track. There's
Yeah.
always an excuse for why the trains are not running.
So I was on a if you see what I'm wearing in the video is what I was wearing at work and what I was commuting back in, and it got so fucking hot on the tube. I just went full scumbag mode and was just wearing like just a tank top. And I think by the end of that video, I had to have a shower straight after because I'm really thankful. I don't think you could see it in the video. I don't really care if you could, to be honest. But like, just sweated down. And then on top of that, I was putting the final touches on the edit after Emily had been helping me out with the video last night, and we got hit by about 4 to 5 different Netflix copyright strikes where it wasn't even like the video would be demonetized because like worst case scenario we can take that hit if we have to. It's not ideal, but you know if we want to get the video out. But Netflix was just blocking it everywhere across the globe. So we were watching the England football game, and basically every hydration break, half time, break between overtime, I was running to edit and throw it back on Netflix. And I think it finally went up at about 2 a.m. So yeah. How have you all been? Is it as hot as it is here where you are?
It's been a while.
It's been a minute,
We haven't
yeah.
been live for like a month. We've had various things to go to on weekends, and sometimes I think one Sunday we just needed a break because we'd been so busy on the Saturday and all week long. It was just like can't possibly talk to people.
No, James, Netflix has gone nuclear lately on content creators. Yeah,
Clearly.
oh yeah, fucking clearly. I've never had it. I've never had a video in all my years. What's that?
Ugh. Still near lethal. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I saw there's a creator Pointless Hub, and Emily pointed out on Twitter. He basically made a whole post about how Warner Brothers had taken down. Well, not taken down. I think just demonetized his entire catalog of basically every video on his channel.
Because that was the first one of ours that got like a proper strike. Was the Doctor Sleep one,
and the only video to be manually reviewed.
Yeah. So some poor person had to sit and watch me and check that the video was all right.
Yeah, he had and Doctor Sleep, and then
Little Monsters got flagged when we first put it in.
By whom?
I don't know, but it did get flagged.
We're also wondering is if it's because we are fortunately at a size now where
we're a threat.
Where YouTube is like yeah, Joe, I'm from up north. Not quite as bad here, but still near lethal. Yeah, it's fucking. I don't mean there's a single place in the country that's safe. Truthfully, I think it's pretty awful all round.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been trying to sort of beat the heat. We did a nice little experiment yesterday where we were. did the whole thing where you keep all of the doors and windows closed for the daytime and then open them up in the evening, which actually works quite well. It was also the fact the temperature drops.
Yeah, it was a lot cooler yesterday. Like we had a nice breeze coming through while we watched the footy.
Mm. Yeah, we'll move on to we got some horror news. We saw Evil Dead Burn. We'll move on to that in a little bit. Yeah, we saw Evil Dead Burn yesterday in cinemas, which we have a review up. But we'll talk about it a bit more. We'll cover it anyways.
We're spoiler free.
Spoiler free, of course. So
we're not assholes. The film's only just come out. We're not like some people who just blab spoilers immediately.
Post a TikTok edit of just the ending.
Oh, yeah.
It's the only reason I go and see Marvel films now. I was talking this.
It's more obligation.
I'm just like, I'm gonna get fucking spoiled for it on fucking Twitter or TikTok or something like that if I don't.
Because when I got to like a teenager, that was when I started. It was more like when Infinity War and Endgame sort of films were coming out. That like my dad wouldn't like be able to come see it like the Thursday evening or the Friday because he worked until late. I'm like, I need to see it before I get it spoiled. So I will be seeing it with friends and then we'll go see it together on the weekend. So I feel like since probably like 2017, I saw most Marvel films twice in the cinema. So I'd see it with a friend and then I'd go see it with my dad.
Yeah.
But now I don't think my dad's that fussed about them. I saw Thunderbolts twice because I saw it with you and then saw it with my dad. But he didn't really care about Fantastic Four.
Yeah, the more I think about Fantastic Four, I feel like we always end up talking about Marvel here, but like the more I think about Fantastic Four, the more I just don't care. I don't. That's not.
I appreciated the aesthetic it went for.
Yeah,
I love me a bit of Pedro Pascal.
But anyways, we're gonna move on to news of the week. So, as always, have we sorted transitions? Has OBS been working with us? No. So if you've been here before, we're gonna do a transition now. And if you think you see OBS and me frantically just swiping to get onto the right page,
no, you don't.
No, you didn't. So let's just make sure that's all good. All right. Everybody ready? 3, 2, 1. Right. The perfect transition. So yeah. But Evil Dead Burn.
Oh, this is a cool poster.
Yeah, so this was posted on Reddit as like an official poster, but it is very much a fan made poster.
It's been debunked.
Debunked by bloody good. But yeah, we saw Evil Dead Burn. We saw Evil Dead Burn on Saturday. Annoyingly, so we like to go. We're weirdos. We like to go for like early morning screenings for a lot of things.
Give me the earliest screening possible. I'll be there.
Emily put me onto this, and it was honestly, I was doubtful of it, but it's a fucking banger of a move because like you go see the cinema, bang on Saturday morning. You know, you have to be out, so you're ready, you're fully dressed, and like you gotta eat a hot dog for breakfast. And where else is that socially acceptable?
Really quickest transition, yeah.
Yeah, I think at some point I just gotta like this might just be the thing we stick with these transitions. Yes,
early cinema screenings for the win, because then you've got your whole day to go about you afterwards.
Exactly.
Because I always feel like when I have an evening plan, I feel like I just sit motionless at home all day long waiting. I'm like, oh, I should probably get ready soon, and then I get ready, and then I go. And I feel like I have done nothing with my day. Whereas go to cinema first, done. Then you can go shopping, you can do whatever you want, go get dinner, go to the pub.
Exactly.
Easy.
Yeah, so we saw Evil Dead Burn. And yes, this is a very cool poster, which is
not official.
Not official, but like obviously harkening back to is it Evil Dead 2?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, we saw Evil Dead Burn. It was interesting leading up to it. I was really thinking I was gonna go in and see some like gnarly shit, like almost like Hostel levels of gore, because like Emily had been reading me tweets about how people had like walked out of the cinema and
people just going like, this is the most mean-spirited one yet. It's really gross, really grim, really disgusting, really gory, like all of the above.
Yeah.
And loads of people were mad about that.
Yeah.
Like, Evil Dead's supposed to be goofy, and it's like the Evil Dead OG is a scary film, and I think it is mean-spirited, especially, you know, the tree scene. horrible scene to go through.
Yeah.
And I think it's only goofy in retrospect when you like look at the special effects or whatever's going on. But
I think it
then
holds up pretty well.
An Army of Darkness
Yeah.
are goofy, especially Army of Darkness. But all of the modern ones have been quite mean spirited. I've also seen a lot of love for Evil Dead 2013 on Twitter at the moment, which is not a film I particularly enjoyed.
We were talking.
I don't think
about
it's a bad film by any means, but
I
don't think it's as good as everyone on Twitter seems to think it is at the moment. Because everyone's going like, "This is the worst of all the new ones." Like Evil Dead 2013 is the best one of the new ones, then Rise, then this one.
I really didn't like Evil Dead 2013 because I thought it had a really fun concept with the character being like a recovering drug user, and then kind of just tossed it away. And I also think it's got like the most unlikable cast.
Yeah.
But no, Evil Dead Burn, really good. Really like when this film starts, it just starts. I want to say that this. I mean, certainly not. But like, I want to say, what's the main character's name again?
Alice.
Alice. I want to say Alice in this film has a rougher time than Ash did in maybe the first Evil Dead. I think Ash Williams still has the worst life of any human imaginable with all this,
especially in 2.
But like in the first Evil Dead film, they have downtime. Like they have a bit where they get to like sit on a sofa, a minute to breathe. In this film, fuck me.
In the whole film, there's maybe like 15 minutes of we can chill out. There's not a scare going on in this 15 minutes.
But it was great. I really liked the family dynamic. I like the big old house. I think if there was one thing which we didn't put in our review, but I'm still thinking about it now, I was like, I feel like the house felt either small or a bit underutilized.
Yeah, we didn't explore too many rooms.
No,
in the house. We kind of stuck to like the living room, kitchen area, and like the stairway.
Yeah, but there is like, I mean, there is some really good gore in this film, but like going back to like people were walking out the cinema, like it was fine. Like it was not that deep. It was like kind of
there was like
yeah,
things, but not like to the point where I would want to get up and walk away.
No, there was nothing I hadn't seen before. But I really enjoyed it. I thought the cast were great. I think the Deadites were amazing. There's the scene, like you can see it's in they released a trailer for it where Alice is crawling across the floor and you just see fucking chaos happening behind her. And like my favorite scene is just a Deadite like floating. You hear that?
That's the blind in the kitchen.
That'll be it. A Deadite's just like floating in the background, and like it just looked great. I really loved so much of just the general action and choreography.
So I've seen some complaints from people about like the color of the film and like it's really drab and really grey, and like that's an argument about most films nowadays for sure. But I think it was absolutely intentional. Because I think it only served to highlight the burn and like whenever there was a fire motif or like anything burning.
Yeah.
Because there were very red scenes throughout the film. So I think it was a purposeful choice.
Yeah.
To just highlight anything that was fire or burning or anything like that. So I think that worked. And I also saw complaints about the Deadites looking a bit generic. They're like, I miss the original Deadite look with like the white eyes and the whatever. And I'm like, I do like that. And I think also the yellow eyes, I think, were particularly highlighted where everything was so grey. So I think it was a choice.
I can see, the thing is, every Evil Dead film, even the ones that are chronological, are so different from one another. So I never really hold like every Evil
Dead. There's no standard of like this is the rules. This is what it should be because it changed all the time.
But the thing is that I found funny, which I'm sure if there are any gamers, they'll know what I'm talking about. But like, this really reminded me of Resident Evil 7, which is
I saw a lot of people saying that on Twitter.
But also that's quite funny because Resident Evil 7 itself is basically Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So you've got kind of I don't want to say a rip-off, but like a rip-off of a rip-off of it. You
can add another layer to it as well with Hereditary. I saw someone going like, this is the best family dinner scene since Hereditary, which is the best one since Resident Evil 7, which is the best one since Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I think Hereditary came out before.
Hereditary was 2018.
Oh, I want to say Resident Evil.
2019?
Resident Evil 7 was 2017. So maybe. But no, I thought it was really good. I loved a lot of the characters. I do. God, sorry, there's a fly. There's flies just constantly in our
You
flat.
open your window for 2 minutes.
We just have 3 flies
And you
buzzing
let a
around
whole
our living
army.
room. I was meal prepping my burritos and I almost left a fly in the air fryer. It was gross, but a bit more protein.
A couple of grams of extra protein.
A couple of milligrams. But yeah, no, really good though. Look, like great gore, really like well paced.
Mm.
There's an issue me and Emily both had with the third act, which we will be very brief. Like we won't spoil it. But there, for a franchise that is so celebrated and popular for like not just practical effects, but like mixture. Like the thing I always liked about the Evil Dead franchise is the mixing of different effects because it keeps you guessing. You got stop motion, you got rotoscoping, and fucking fly. I love it's probably not picked up on camera, so it's like I'm going insane. But in the final act, there's like a very heavy reliance on just kind of bog standard CGI.
Yeah.
And
It wasn't enough to like completely take me out
No.
of it, but I was just kind of acutely aware. It's like, I wish it didn't look like this.
I would have rather have seen a bit of goofy stop motion, but I also understand that would maybe take away from the tone of the film.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked it, and there is a mid credit scene that's fine, and there's a post credit scene that's very good. So
I saw people moaning about the post-credit scene. As
Oh,
well.
is it
They're
because
like,
of-
I didn't like that.
yeah, people.
It feels cheap. Like, shut up! It's fun.
It's fun. And then yeah, and then after this, you've got Evil Dead Wrath, which
Set in the 70s.
set in the
apparently.
70s, which is interesting given the post-credit scene. But I will leave it sort of at that. But I do like the idea of one set in the 70s. We were discussing this as well after on our way back from seeing the film. There was a Reddit post I saw ages ago, which is like, why are all the new Evil Dead films? Why is the protagonist always female? And it's like basically because if you put a male in it, he's gonna be compared to Ash Williams, and there is no one who can stand up to the might of Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
And we were trying to like, who would you put in?
If you had to put forward someone to play like modern day Ash Williams.
Yeah, like
'Cause
God forbid if they remade it.
Yeah, like we absolutely don't want it to happen.
No, but if it
knowing the
did-
way Hollywood is, if we had
Well,
to put
I don't know
someone
who owns the
forward-
rights. I'm pretty sure Sam Raimi might not know who owns the rights to the
Yeah,
original
God
Evil
knows.
Dead.
Like you need someone who can do like drama and serious stuff, but someone who
Mm.
can also do goofy and like morph their face in so many ways. Because
And-
that's why
and-
I've seen a
and-
lot of love for Bruce Campbell on Twitter at the moment. Going like, I've never seen someone make so many different faces.
You also need someone who can like throw themselves around. Like
The
you need
physical aspect needs to be there, and not just like a bit buff. Because we were talking about like Bill Hader is a very serious actor, but also a really funny,
Yeah.
like physically funny person.
Mm.
It was like, but does he have the kind of same physique as Bruce Campbell? Not really.
Side note: I always cut. My pitch always was Bill Hader should play Two-Face because I think it would be really good.
Yeah.
But
Bill
no.
Hader can do anything.
But you were saying David Harbour.
If I had to, gun to my head, if I had to pick someone,
Who-
I
in
think
the
David
same
Harbour
realm
could-
of
yeah.
Ash Williams, not Ash Williams.
yeah, like who could do the same sort of thing. Like he can do funny, he
Mm.
can do serious.
Mm.
Because like I'm imagining like a mix of Santa from Violent Night,
Yeah.
and Red Guardian from like the Marvel films.
There's Violent Night 2 coming out this year, isn't there?
Mhm.
Yeah, I like
I'm
Violent Night.
excited. I really
I
liked
feel,
the
I feel
first
like no
one.
one talks about Violent Night. I really liked it.
I thought it was a very good film.
John Leguizamo, always great. And I was saying Jack O'Connell from 28 Years, or if you're really cool, Skins.
Or Sinners.
Or Sinners, yeah. But I think he's a really good actor. I've seen him do a couple funny things. I think he can do dramatic. Yeah. Overall, highly recommend watching Evil Dead Burn. I'd say. I think Evil Dead Wrath's like confirmed. So
I think it's next year.
it's next
Or
year.
the year after, at least.
I don't know what this is. I don't know if the box office numbers have been released for this yet. I'm hoping it
I
does.
think
well.
it made less than Rise, but more than 2013.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, So that's Evil Dead Burn. And when we were in the cinema, we saw trailers for Ice Cream Man. Now, this has been on my radar for like a little bit. I know the original. I've not seen the original. I know it's got Ron Howard's brother in it. Um, what?
We were talking about him the other day.
Yeah, we also. But yeah, but no, we saw the trailer for it. This looks incredibly fun and just like so slapstick, gory. Like in the trailer, the kids are using intestines as like skipping rope. What else was there? They like cut a guy principal's head head open and use it as like an ice cream scoop.
Like scooping
his brains out and feeding it to
cones.
him. Oh, Nathan Fillion has a great range of comedy.
Oh, that's actually a shout.
That's such a good shout, James.
That's a brilliant one. I love Nathan Fillion.
No, yeah, he did a great Uncharted short film. If anyone here is like a fan of the franchise, because there was the god awful Tom Holland and Marky Mark one.
Mm.
And Nathan Fillion did one, and it was great in it. But yeah,
you love him in The Rookie.
I've fallen off The Rookie sadly, but yes, I loved him in The Rookie because when I was unemployed, I even to be fair, when I'm fucking employed, I just need TV shows running in the background constantly because I'm probably undiagnosed with something. So like if I'm working on spreadsheets or anything like that, or anything where like I got to focus in, I have to have a TV show running that's like
background noise,
syndicated. So for a while it was House because I've been trying to finish House and I got to the last season and I've jumped off
again.
I've jumped off it. So I'm now watching Z Nation, which is a very tongue-in-cheek zombie apocalypse TV show that is not good but knows it's not good. Reminds me of Brendan Fraser back in the day. Brendan Fraser's another great fucking show.
I can't wait for the new Mummy film whenever that comes out. He's been
quite jacked for that as well.
Yeah.
It's impressive because he's got like back problems and stuff like that.
He just seems like such a nice guy.
I still need to see
The Whale.
No, I've seen The Whale.
Oh, I haven't seen The Whale.
No, but
see Rental Family.
Rental Family.
I liked Rental Family a lot.
The Whale's good. Bit weird of a film, but good. But yeah, Ice Cream Man looks incredibly fun. I am definitely going to be seeing this when it comes out.
Yeah.
Fun fact: we put together a press kit for and sent it to a couple of studios, not expecting to get anything back. But like me and Emily's whole thing, I was like, we could see some movies for free. So we just put like a thing together of like what Bloody Good is and stuff like that. Because like God, the amount of times we've had for the channel has like track down. I think Cold Storage was a really bad one. There was another one, wasn't there? There was something else. Cold Storage was a fucking headache and a half because like Emily was literally
there was like 6 different release
emailing
dates.
Cinemas.
Yeah.
We emailed the distribution company itself.
Yeah. And they never got back to me. Rude.
No, yeah. But yeah.
I can't get over Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion is such a good shout, James.
I loved him as Green Lantern in Superman last year.
Oh god, yeah, he's great.
He was great.
Nathan Fillion's great at everything he does. I still need to see Firefly.
I like Firefly. I'm not like one of those obsessed Firefly fans. Like I didn't watch it until.
When did you watch Firefly?
I watched it during COVID.
Yeah.
Because I knew someone who was like obsessed with it. They were like, "You have to watch it. You'd love it. You know, you love Buffy, and they were like, you'd love Firefly." I was like, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm not like one of those people who's like clamoring for another season or another movie or whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. But yeah. So we saw that. We also saw. God, I'm blanking on it. Buddy. I think I showed Emily a picture when they released stills of this. I think it was like
the trailer popped up on Twitter the other day. I was like, this looks sick.
Yeah, and like it's funny. It's big Banana Splits energy.
Yeah.
Big Crazy House energy.
Yeah.
2 films are not good. I like Banana Split. I think it's a good bad horror film.
I just think it's straight up bad.
I need to do. I should do a video on that at some point. I feel like we've already done one, so we've sort of said what we have to say about it. But anyways, yeah, looks good. Basically, whole spiel of it is kids show, mascot goes psychotic, starts killing people. Looks very fun. Looks very entertaining. It's got quite a few big cast members in it. You're better with names. All right, hang on. We're very professional here, so we're not looking up the IMDb.
It's so hot. I can barely remember my own name.
Honest to God, getting a video out this week it was because it's just editing in the heat. Yeah, thank you. We're very slow today, if you cannot tell. Da.
Oh, Kristen Milioti,
Kristen Milioti, who
the mother from How I Met Your Mother, and
Spoilers.
also
something
show finished what 12 years ago.
like that.
And she was in The Penguin as well. I thought she was fantastic in The Penguin.
It's also got Topher Grace,
Keegan Michael Key,
Key,
Patton Oswalt,
definitely doing a voice, and
and a bunch of other people.
But yeah, looks very good. It's funny. I'd argue like the kids show horror thing is actually quite a weirdly oversaturated genre, especially with fucking Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
But I'm here for it. I think it's a fun vibe, and like I'm appreciating how much. I don't know if it's because we've started this channel. We're both just a lot more tuned in to like new horror stuff coming out, but I feel like there's a lot more horror stuff.
And also just a lot of good horror.
Oh, good horror. I mean,
Like the fact
that's
that, like, when we went to the cinema yesterday, like as we were queuing up to get like hot dogs and whatever, there's like big TV screens that are showing you like, here's all the showings of everything today. And there were 4 showings of Obsession at our local cinema yesterday. You know, a film that came out in the middle of May. So almost 2 months after its release, and there were still 4 showings of it at our local. Whereas like Disclosure Day, you know, the Spielberg film only had 1 showing yesterday.
Yeah.
Like the legs that Obsession has had is insane. I'm really glad because it was fantastic.
It was also funny. We had I wasn't really paying much attention because I'm socially unaware, and so we got our food, and then we have the screen for the cinema we go into has like a tiny little one upstairs, and then like the people came in to like clean up and grab bits and bobs, and one of them was wearing like those
a lei,
like the Hawaiian flower necklace thing. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. He's wearing a lei. And he just said to me, he's like,
live action Moana came out this week.
Because Moana. And I was like, oh. And she was like,
I just thought it was someone's birthday.
I was like, I thought it was someone's birthday, or like Samoan descent or something like that. Did not put 2 and 2 together. But yeah, so that's Buddy. Now, Evil Dead Burns director, who people have been thirsting over. I found this when
understandable.
I mean, handsome man. He wants to basically do a remake of The Mask, but basically it's spiritual as a comic. The comic is fucking violent as shit. I remember watching a video years ago about the differences, and like I want to say with the original Mask comic, the first thing he does is he goes and kills his like abusive Catholic primary school teacher in front of her classroom. And then there's a whole thing where like the mask actually changes wearers, suitors, whatever you call victims. The people who wear the mask, it changes constantly. But I think this would actually be great. Again, another thing I would love to see Bill Hader do. You want some?
Don't get me wrong, like I love the Jim Carrey mask.
Oh yeah,
it's a fun film. I love anything Jim Carrey's in. He's great. But it would be really cool to see a horror version of The Mask.
No, and
I trust this guy completely.
Yeah, I'm really here for it.
Sebastian Vanecek.
I love a bit.
I also saw a lot of, with so many people like moaning about Evil Dead Burn and not liking it. I think someone made a good point. It's like, at its core, it is a French film that happens to be in English, but this like stylistically, it's very French, and perhaps the dialogue is quite French, even though it's obviously in English. But in a way, it is a French movie, and maybe that's why it's not resonating with a lot of people.
I thought it was really good though. But no,
I also saw a lot of people saying like, because it's like about a woman who's going through like relationship stuff, and like that, like a lot of men in particular aren't getting it. And it's the same thing. Like I've seen a lot of men online talking about Obsession.
Oh, there was like, that one review.
Not really understand. Like Ben's not a bad guy. He's not a rapist. It's like, she screams out, "Bear, get off me! You know, let me go." And then goes, "Sorry, I didn't mean that." And then he carries on having sex with her. So it's like,
there's a great tweet where it was like, "Great year to be a pathetic man in horror," because you got
Yeah,
what's
it was
the
Bear from
and
Obsession. I think his name's Jason.
Jason from Evil
Dead
Dead.
Burn, and I forget the character's name, but Dylan O'Brien's character from Send Help.
I feel like
It's like great year for pathetic men in horror.
I feel like you could also throw in Watson Jiggy, architect from Backrooms.
Yeah, Clark.
Clark. I am a fucking architect. See someone get off their fat. I'm loving the memes coming from the back rooms.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm very much up for that.
Hmm.
Next up, Greg Nicotero has. So this is interesting. So he's officially joined makeup and effects team for Romero's Twilight of the Dead. So yeah, this is based on the unfinished treatment that George A. Romero was working on. This has been in production hell for so long. So back when I did my Romero video, which that alone is probably what 4 or 5 months old now.
Older. That was
Older.
before New Year.
Before New Year.
That was like November.
November. Yeah, back when I did my like Romero retrospective documentary, thingy me bob, whatever you want to call it. Like they were meant to be going into production for this in like October last year, and obviously that didn't happen. There was Greg Nicotero did do a podcast where he'd kind of confirmed he was already on it, but they've obviously like this is the announcement. I want to say he's also a producer on it or something like that. Twilight of the Dead's interesting. There was something that came out about the original treatment that it was basically what Day of the Dead was meant to be. So and like it's got like zombies driving cars and like I think the pitch was it was like Mad Max on an island where zombies are like driving cars and shit like that. Will this be good? I don't know.
Is it going to lean more towards Diary of the Dead?
God forbid, Survival of the Dead. But look, I'm kind of here for it. I love a good zombie. I feel like we never get enough zombies. I feel like the 2010s really burnt a lot of people out on the zombie stuff, fairly rightfully so.
And then Snyder capped it off in 2021, put a kind of
nail
in the coffin.
But yeah, I'm very interested in this. I'll be interested to see how it comes out. I think George A. Romero's zombie films was sort of arguably diminishing returns if you ask people, but I still like love all of them apart from Survival of the Dead because that film is just pure trash. But he was meant to be working on he Diary of the Dead and Survival of the Dead were shot like they basically like were back. It was like he did Land of the Dead. He then did Diary of the Dead and Survival of the Dead shot concurrently, and the only Romero films to feature cannot like officially the same character across 2 films. There is the Colonel from Day of the Dead. He does show up in the extended cut of Dawn of the Dead as like a police officer, so some people think he might be the same character. I don't fucking know. But yeah, really interesting. So hey, maybe we'll see some zombie Mad Max bullshit. I'll be interested to see how it goes.
I'm gonna hold my breath on this one.
I will be seeing this.
I haven't. I mean, I will see it, but historically,
You're not
if you've
a
gone through
fan.
our old videos, our like original versus remake, we covered quite a few Romero films, and I did not love the original ones all that much.
Ooh,
I need to watch Love, Death and Robots. I've heard so many people talk about it.
I've caught the odd couple things, James, about Love, Death and Robots, and like the episodes I catch are really good. It's just one of those things where it
seems up my street, but I've just never got around to it.
It's one of those ones where I've only ever caught the odd episode when I've been like around at a friend's house and we've stuck one on. But yeah, very good. Right, next bit of news. Yes. Do you want to take this or?
Yeah. So this was a few weeks ago, but we've
yeah.
not been here.
We've not been here. We're catching up. This is new to us.
Curry Barker was talking about the process of getting the film made and that he was going to get a bunch more money if he made a different choice, but he decided not to. So this is what he said. When we were shopping this around, there were companies that told me they would give me $2 million if I just rewrote the script to make Bear a hero. I was like, I'm not rewriting the script to make Bear a guy that does all the right things. It's so much more interesting that he doesn't do the right thing and instead tries to make it work. and he just keeps making bad decision after bad decision. So I turned down more money to tell the story that I was more interested in telling. And I'm like, good for him for having the balls
Yeah.
to not take, over twice the amount of money
Mm.
to change his vision, because it would not have been as good if Bear was a hero, because he's not a hero, he's a scumbag.
Yeah. JR Culturer. JR. Yeah, I'm watching Volume 4 of Love, Death and Robots. Yeah, we need that would be the thing. And like, yeah, fuck it, there's a zombie episode. God, I need to get in on that. But yeah, I there's also a really interesting thing with Carrie Barker about how he was having like midnight. So they showed the film at a film festival. Might have been Cannes. I don't know off the top of my head. But he was in meeting rooms, and he also took less money on the distribution deal because the one that was offering him more money would only do distribution in the US, and he took the less of the money to do a worldwide release, which hey,
It's
worked out.
And again, like the fact that it is still in cinemas now and it's been
that
2
is
months.
great. It's the fact it's getting like
It's got legs.
it's got legs.
The fact that they were going to put it on streaming and then
They've
stopped it and
stopped
kept it in
it.
cinemas for a bit longer. Like I think it is coming. I think it's coming to Peacock.
Yeah.
I think either this week or next week.
Is Peacock a thing in the UK?
I don't think we have Peacock. It might
Yeah.
come under like one of the other ones.
It'll be on
Same as
Prime.
like
It'll be on
HBO
Prime,
Max is under
so.
Prime or whatever.
But yeah, really, really interesting. So yeah. And then Christopher Nolan has said that he would love to tackle the horror genre, but he hasn't found a compelling angle. In this quote, he's basically talking about how, like, a lot of his films have elements of horror and dark materials and stuff like that, and he likes the idea of doing a horror, but he's just not found the right idea, which I think would be interesting. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest Christopher Nolan head out there. We still need to see Oppenheimer. I wasn't hyped on the Odyssey, and then I saw the first 10 minutes, and that changed my mind.
Yeah, we got like a little preview when we saw Project Hail Mary, and we went into it, and I was telling Monty, I was like, we're apparently going to get like a little 5-10 minute snippet of the Odyssey before the film starts, because we've come to see it at the BFI IMAX.
And I was
like, I don't care.
I don't care. I don't want to see fucking the Odyssey.
And then we got the like 5-10 minutes, and Monty just turned to me and went, I get it.
I
want to see it.
It's that like Frank from Always Sunny. I get it now.
But it's funny because Spielberg also, when he was doing,
I was going to say,
it was like, yeah, I've been wanting to do a horror movie, but after seeing Obsession, I don't really feel the need to. And I'm like, oh, if I was Carrie Barker, you couldn't tell me shit, because he's also been talking about.
Well, it wasn't Obsession. It was Weapons, wasn't it?
No.
It was Weapons.
So if you were Zach Cregger,
you wouldn't
be able to tell me.
Which also we saw. I mean, the exact same. They seem to be pushing it hard. The new Resident Evil.
I was also baffled to learn that the main guy who's going to be in Resident Evil was the druggy kid from Weapons. It took me until seeing a picture of this actor, because he was in Weapons, he's going to be in Resident Evil, and he's also going to be in Whalefall, which we spoke about, I think, on the last stream. Someone was like, whatever his name is having an incredible kind of year. Yeah. And I was like, shit, that is him.
Yeah.
I did not recognise him at all. I thought it was crazy. But we saw the trailer again yesterday while we were watching Evil Dead Burn.
Mm-hmm.
And every time we've seen the trailer, because it goes like, from the director of Weapons and Barbarian, and we both turned to each other and went, we need to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to today, but the day got away from us.
Yeah, they got away. I've meal prepped about 12,000 burritos because I've not been meal prepping recently because life has been kicking our asses recently.
And as you can see, me, I'm looking down. I'm doing some costume stuff for a party.
Yeah.
So I've been doing 2 costumes today. Not really anything special, just adjusting things we already own.
We'll probably post some pictures of those when we did that for Halloween last year where we did about 3 separate costumes.
Yeah.
And I want to say that is of course, God, yes. So we did do a post on this because we're playing about with doing little news things. Apologies for the motorcycle you may or may not have just heard. But yeah, so basically the producers behind the VHS series are planning on doing a feature-length SCP film, which I'm really fucking excited for. I'm really shocked that this is happening and going through, because to my knowledge there was a big issue with like public domain and rights issues, and there's already been a thing of one of the most famous SCPs, SCP-173, which is the sort of peanut-looking statue, where it's basically a rip-off of the Weeping Angels. The original image they used was basically from an artist who was like a sculptor, so they've had to actually change it, and it doesn't look as good in my opinion. But yeah, there's not been really much in the way of details released of like the actual contents and whether or not it's going to be sort of short stories in the same way the VHS is. I would assume, I would assume it probably will be the same as that because it makes the most sense to cover the most ground. Because obviously the whole thing of SCP is it's individual case files on different monsters, ghouls, and just weird little things like the fucking endless IKEA or like the screaming guy photo. I used to be a lot more on the SCP life, and then it sort of just got away from me a little bit. I used to be on the fucking forums constantly.
Would you want it to be like a creep show? It's like almost an anthology of shorter stories, or would you like to see like each story individually tackled in full feature length?
I think I don't know if any
Have they all
of
got like legs to be a full feature?
This
Or like
is
only
my
some
thing.
of them?
Some of them probably do. Like Daybreak, which is basically when the sun turns red and everyone turns into like a big flesh monster, and it's like an end of the world type event. That definitely does have enough. But I would like to cover the most ground. I would very much enjoy having like an SCP series where it's like, here's a 20-minute story about this SCP. Here's a 20-minute story about the smoking man. Here's a thing. And I'd like it to not be like just pure horror. Because like the SCP sort of franchise, if you would, isn't just horror. There are like so like the smoking man is just this bloke who turns up when people are on their deathbed and offers them a cigarette and just sits with them, and it's people who are like dying alone. Like, and there's like the IKEA, which I think I pitched you before, which is like an endless IKEA. You walk into and you go into a dimension where you're in essentially like an infinitely long-ish, bigger than your average IKEA, and there's like
Sounds like a dream
creatures.
to me.
There's like there's a animated series on YouTube that was very good and then ended in quite a controversial way, but that's a story for another day. But yeah, I'm very excited for this. I'm very interested to see what happens. I know, like, there were news reports where essentially, like, executive producers are basically trying to find public domain stories from the internet. They can.
Yeah, because everyone's gone.
The
What can
Backrooms
we
did
learn
well.
from the back rooms? Let's, are we going to get a salad fingers movie next? What's going to happen?
I would. I don't know if I would actually love a Salad Fingers movie. Live action Salad Fingers.
Yeah.
Horrible idea.
Give me the duck at the lemonade stand, but horror.
Yeah, no, man. Forest Fire 101. Hell yeah. In the deep dark down.
That's the thing, like, that's the annoying thing. Like, studios will learn the wrong thing.
Oh, always.
Unfortunately.
Always they'll take
like,
the wrong lesson.
The lesson that should be learned is, hey, let's give small
young directors, small budgets, and faith in their projects, and yada yada yada. Of course, that's.
And I think also like there should be a thing every now and then, like you give Nolan, you give Spielberg, Scorsese.
Yeah.
They go, well, this is what Curry Barker did with 750 grand. Let's see what you can do with 750 grand. Can you still make an incredible film with 750?
So
or are you reliant on your big budgets?
I think so many directors.
I'd like to see like a $750,000 movie from Spielberg. See what happens. I think it would be interesting.
I think it should. Yeah, and I believe that is all of our news. So, what do we have next? Let's get off that. So, is this your idea, the one that you wanted to do here, where we asked?
Yeah, we thought you guys could like pitch to us what the tier list could be, because this is just like bog standard, like who's the best horror villain?
Yeah.
But like, we do the polls every now and then, like who'd take you on the best date? Who'd be the best stepdad? We thought we'd shop for some ideas from you guys of like what's a funny tier list we could make with all these iconic characters. So if you have an idea of how we could rank these characters,
do you want to
let us know in the chat.
Do you want to give me one as an example, just to get the ball rolling, give them some ideas?
I said, like, who would get you the best Christmas present?
Out of all of these, who would? Oh, I mean, I like that's quite easily. It's gonna be Dracula, because he's a count. He's got money. He's got taste. He's of the finer things. It might be old fashioned. I don't think he's going to get me like an iPad or an iPod. It's going to be.
I quite like that. I'd like a little vintage.
He gets me like a candelabra or something like that.
I'd be up for that completely.
I
Who's going to get you the worst gift here?
oh,
I feel like Art the Clown's not going to be great.
I mean, he
Because it's going to
canonically
be something awful.
he does give gifts. I was just gonna say I saw something recently, which was like a tweet or something on Tumblr or something like that, where it was something like, I've just realised like not like vampires don't live in castles because they're vampires. They live in castles because they're counts. And
It
it's
was
like
Count Dracula doesn't live in a castle
Yeah.
because he's a vampire. It's because he's a count.
yeah, and it's like, oh shit. And then it's the funny thing. It was like, imagine being an immortal vampire alive for hundreds of years and you're broke.
And you're still poor.
Embarrassing. You just invested all in crypto and you've lost everything because you've lost your
NFTs.
castle. But yeah, tell you what, I will. Out of these fellas, who do you think would be the best roommate? Which of these would be?
So I'm like, who's going to leave me alone?
Or do we do it in order? So we do with Annabelle, or are we just picking randoms?
I just want to kind of have a look at who we've got. So I'm like, who's going to leave me alone, theoretically? Because, like, in a way, I do think Hannibal. Like, there's going to be some questionable stuff going on in the kitchen.
Yeah, as
but,
long as you
like,
stay out of his way, though.
stick to his section of the fridge. I'll stick to my section of the fridge.
Yeah.
As long as we all clean up after ourselves, I'm not going to be that fussed because I think he would leave me alone a bit.
Who that? Is that a pet cemetery?
I don't know.
Just a dog. Yeah. So what? You thinking Hannibal?
Cujo for worst. Whatever he gets, it'll be covered with frothy dog drool. Oh, maybe that's Cujo.
No. Cujo's there.
Oh no, there he is. Sorry.
Yeah. Was that James Cujo for the worst gift? Yeah, Cujo's not going to be good. So what, you're thinking Hannibal, best roommate? I think a B tier sort of roommate. Where is Hannibal? Good old B tier roommate.
Right. I think I would be nice to Carrie. I wouldn't have bullied Carrie.
Carrie would see my pure.
She would have seen I was pure of heart. And I would not have taken part in the bullying. For me personally, I think I would make a great roommate with Carrie.
Yeah.
Because I would not have taken part in all the bullying. I would have been nicer because I was a weird kid. If anything, I would have been bullied alongside Carrie, so it would have been fine.
You don't have the.
But I don't have the powers. I'm just her normal roommate.
Who? Okay, yeah. Who here do you think cooks the best breakfast?
I mean, it has to be Hannibal, doesn't it?
I don't know. He's already on the board, so you gotta choose from the selection. Yeah, exactly. You got Three Fingers down there, who does cook a good human whatever skillet. Whatever one is the pig with the apple in its mouth. Roast. What's that called? Spit. Yeah, he does a good human spit.
I reckon Jack from The Shining's probably pretty capable of cooking a meal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't strike me as what do you think? A, B?
I reckon a B.
B. But yeah, if you have any ideas of what you want to recommend us in terms of judging these people on, let us know.
Who could do the best stand-up routine?
Oh, that's
stand-up comedy routine.
Okay, so
Freddy.
Freddy
Krueger, not Freddy Fazbear.
Freddy Krueger, the Leprechaun.
Yeah.
Another good one. Chucky.
Pennywise.
Pennywise. I don't think so. Jaws. Bruce. Bruce the shark. Jigsaw would be funny. Because I'm just imagining it's John Kramer with the puppet on his arm. I think it would be
Ghostface.
Yeah, it depends who. This is the thing with Ghostface. It's like every time Ghostface is on a tier list, it's
like, are we taking
absolutely fucked.
As a collection of all of them, or do we pick a specific one?
Because there's been so many Ghostfaces.
Because Stu and Billy, I guess, are funny.
That's I think the ones. Yeah.
Timothy Oliphant.
That's why you like him.
That's why I know him.
Ooh, interesting. What's another good one? Who do you think would be the best to introduce your parents to, i.e. you're dating them? I feel like Fazbear wouldn't be a terrible one. It's a lot of explaining to do, but I think that's pretty good. Children of the Corn are big. That's bad.
But all the children are,
You gotta say
I
that.
know. Norman Bates. He loves his mum.
He does love his mum, and I reckon he could turn on the charm when he wants to.
Mm,
Where's old Norm? There he is.
next to orphan.
I couldn't hurt a fly. What do you reckon? I reckon that might be an A, you know?
Yeah.
Both our black and whites are in an A. Alright. I'm wondering if we... There's a lot here. I'm wondering if we do 2 per suggestion. You want to do that? It's 2 per suggestion? Just hearing random sounds
It's
in
our
our flat.
blind. It's the blind in the wind.
I'm going for... Who's this down here? Oh, it's a werewolf?
Mm.
Yeah, it's a werewolf.
Don't like him.
I'm gonna go, and I think he's a C tier, but I think Jason. He loves his mum. He's obedient. You know.
Like that's a tougher one to bring home than Norman.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In terms of just visual identity.
A bit more explaining to do. Who?
Because are you bringing him home with the hockey mask on?
Oh,
And you have to explain.
I mean,
he won't take the mask off.
I think you want the hockey mask on, given the face situation.
Mm.
Who here would you want playing? I'm gonna ask you. Let's just to move through a couple. 4 people to be in your Scar band.
Oh, low battery, get your charger.
Oh shit.
Well, I think in my Scar band, you need personality, don't you, to be in a Scar band?
Mm.
So I feel like I would have Art the Clown.
Art the Clown.
He's gonna do some jaunty shit.
Where's he going?
I'd say there's a B.
Yeah, B for our Scar band.
Yeah, I feel like Jigsaw could be funny, playing like a tiny little something.
Oh, it's Billy the Puppet rather than.
Yeah, sorry, the puppet.
It's voiced by John Kramer. So is it John Kramer sitting down with Billy the Puppet playing a little guitar?
Yeah.
Cool. What was that?
You know, it's like Kermit sitting on a branch.
Yeah.
John Kramer is on there.
Yeah.
It's
a riddle known.
I think not as good as Art, so I'd say C.
C tier, fine. Yeah.
Who else would be good in a Scar band?
No, no, can't.
Who else would be? Freddie Fazbear's in a band.
Yeah, he's the lead singer. S tier.
I hear the secrets that you keep.
All right. You got one more. Who's your bass player? Or is it? I guess it's drums because yeah, you got that. I feel like Art's probably on bass. He just has that energy. I can't explain it.
Yeah.
So who's your drummer?
Who's giving me the most animal energy? I guess the werewolf.
Yeah.
It's giving me the most, as in animal from the Muppets. The werewolf's on the right.
I was gonna say the Thing. Where'd you want him?
C.
I was gonna say the Thing because he's a lot of limbs, so he could do some like kind of pretty musically talented.
Depends which thing. I guess we are looking at that specific look.
Right. What are you thinking?
Good hypothetical.
Good hypothetical.
Um,
And yeah, if you guys have a hypothetical you want to suggest, just let us know.
Who would you trust to organise, like, to be your best man, organise your stag do?
Oh.
Of obviously everyone who's left.
Oh.
Who's organising the best stag do for you? And not necessarily like the best stag do in general to the general population, but like the best stag do for you personally.
For me personally, interesting.
So not just like the typical, like, this would be a good person for all stag do's. No, who would be the best for your stag do? Who would plan the best stag do for you?
It's true, we've run a lot of the personalities out the gate.
That's what I think it's a good one because you've not got the best to choose from.
I think Chucky.
Chucky.
He's a party animal. He knows how to get down. I think it'd actually be quite good. I'm gonna throw him in there. I mean, that'd be quite good. Who are your keeping on that? Who are your bridesmaids? Can be male or female.
Yeah, we're not sticking to gender roles here.
Yeah, give me 3 bridesmaids. Give me a maid of honor and 2 bridesmaids.
Maid of honor, I'm going Michael Myers because he can't embarrass me in a speech.
Just holds up signs.
Yeah.
Where do you want him?
I think B.
Cool, keep him B.
And then what? 2 more bridesmaids.
2 more bridesmaids.
Give me Megan. I think Megan could be fun.
Yeah. What do you
She'd
want?
be fun on a hen do. I think A.
A. Yeah. Protective as well.
Yeah. And give me Bruce.
Just a
Imagine
shot.
Bruce.
Where do you want him?
C.
Nice. Do you want to keep on this, or do you want to? Should we find another
I can find another one.
little tier list? Chivalry and horror category.
I think I typed in horror icons.
I'm hoping we can find just a bit of a funny one, really. 84 horror rankings, analog horror. God, so much analog. Analog horror seems to be the big thing with the youngsters. Yeah, like I'm not young, but with the youngsters at
But
the
you know,
moment.
this is the thing that like I saw someone talking about online recently that like back in like the 80s and 90s and I guess not early noughties, like it was slashers. Slashers were the big scary thing in general.
How was Argentina its own category?
Like that was because that was what was scary at the time. Like home invasions were scary because that was what, you know, a lot of things were happening. Whereas now it's more psychological. It's more like something like obsession. It's like relationship based because for a lot of women out there, the scariest thing to do is be in a relationship or like try and find a guy to date.
Ooh.
And I think a lot of modern horror is preying on like things that are actually scary to us nowadays. Because like home invasions, none of us own a home in our generation, so I don't have to worry about my home being invaded. Particularly, who's going to invade my little one-bedroom flat? Someone pathetic. Therefore, I have no fear of them.
I don't think we have anything of value here but a PS5.
Yeah,
which is only going back up in value.
So like home invasion isn't scary for like our generation perhaps, but like liminal spaces and weird places and like relationships and like just weird friends or weird partners, like those trauma. Those are the fears of our generation, really, which I thought was interesting. I was like, yeah, because I'm not worried about home invasion. Like, I've not really got anything to protect here.
Worst ways to die. That's a good one. Right.
Hey, Jack's there.
As it's freezing to death. Oh god, that's getting stuck in a cave. So is S tier the worst, I guess?
Yeah.
Fuck, I think getting stuck in
awful.
I'm worried we're gonna get demonetized.
We're
gonna keep this in a distance. I think I'm actually worried. I think we may have to. No. Some of those are a little too realistic in terms of their pictures. Planet horrors, child play films. Maybe we go back to the big screen and we have a little chat. Yeah. Oh, you didn't see anything. Hi. Yeah, let us know what you've been watching or what you've been up to or how you've been not melting. I mean, that's the main goal of everyone in the UK for the past 2 weeks.
Or like, what are your most anticipated films coming out?
Most anticipated films.
Horror or not?
Horror or not.
I am excited for Spider-Man. Sue me, I am still a slave in the Marvel machine. I will be seeing Spider-Man, brand new day. I don't care.
That's not really doing anything for me. The new one.
I like Tom Holland's Peter Parker, so I will be seeing his story through.
Yeah, because it's probably the last one for him, isn't it?
Probably the last Spider-Man film.
Unless they, give him a fucking bone.
I think I might be able to convince you to see it, though, because I think Yelena is going to be in it.
Oh, so yeah, I'm still going to see it. And I'll still probably see it relatively soon.
Because Kevin Feige was somewhere talking about, like, oh, if you're a fan of Yelena, you won't have to wait until Doomsday. And everyone was like, so she's in Spider-Man then? Because that's the only thing coming out between now and Doomsday. Well done. Maybe it will explore what Peter was up to during the blip.
The blip or the shadowy incident
That's
thing.
What I mean. I don't know. I can't remember what it's called.
What
What was the blip?
The blip was when
Was it
everyone got
Endgame?
snapped, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Technically.
the Shadow, when everyone was in the Shadow Realm in New York.
Yeah, when
And
everyone
also Kingpin's mayor and
Kingpin's
all
mayor.
that stuff. What's Spider-Man doing?
fucking nothing because he's a menace. That's why. He's a goddamn
J.
menace.
Jonah Jameson.
Um,
What other films am I excited for? Oh, we saw the Clayface trailer on the big screen, which was nice. I hadn't seen it on the big screen yet.
Clayface is definitely going to be interesting. It was interesting as well. I was trying to suss people out who were walking in for Evil Dead Burn because I was like, this was obviously before we saw the film. I'm like, I wonder who here might walk out, and then obviously no one did because it's fine.
It wasn't that scary.
Like I see this like discourse every like once in a while on the internet where it's people who clearly don't watch horror discovering horror exists, and it's like, how can people
Yeah, and
watch
like
this
people
for
giving
fun?
horror films like a 2-star on Letterboxd and being like, "This made me feel sick. This made me feel awful." It's like, it's a horror film.
It's a horror
it's
film.
supposed to do.
I think there's some horror stuff that I have but
Like Terrifier for me is like, I don't really want to touch that.
Terrifier,
That's too far for me.
Hostel. The last Wrong Turn film, I want to say, whatever, the one where it's like a snowy cabin. I didn't like that. Like, I'm just not a big fan of torture porn. Like, it's just that's just like a level of horror that I personally don't subscribe to. I've got nothing against it per se. It's just not my bag. But yeah, I do find it funny every once in a while where people like, I remember it was under the Final Destination stuff. What was that? I watched Under Siege for the first time in about 15 years. Is that what's Jiggy? Goatee. I've made you watch films with him in.
Steven Seagal.
Is that a Steven Seagal? I want to say Steven. Yes, the only decent Steven Seagal movie in about a decade. I watched Sniper Spec Ops, and that's the full title. It's not like Sniper Spec Ops. It's just Sniper Spec Ops, and it's a Steven Seagal film, and it's him and a bunch of like retired or semi-retired wrestlers. And Steven Seagal, I genuinely think, in that movie, is standing for at most 10 minutes. There's a great scene where he's carrying a guy up like some stairs who's been shot, and it's just so clearly a body double. And like the poster for it is awful. Like, hang on, this is one of those ones where I'm going back to the internet. There we go. No, that's not even the best poster. Where is it? This is my favorite poster. Where they've just photoshopped Steven Seagal's. Oh yeah.
Oh no, are we there?
I don't know if that's been cut off or not.
Oh, there we are.
There we go.
No, I didn't. I couldn't remember if you actually transitioned or not.
Yeah, I did. But yeah, Sniper Spec Ops. One of the best, worst Steven Seagal films. There was another one we watched. God, they just get worse. Yeah, Van Damme's in it.
I don't remember which one we watched. It'll be on my Letterboxd.
But I need to watch Under Siege. Quite good. Someone made him in Ghost Recon. That's great. But yeah, fucking Sniper Spec Ops, man. What a fucking crazy. Like, also a film where just nothing happens, and also the general in it is like the oldest looking man. Yeah, this is the general in the movie. Because they're all like,
which one have I seen?
Because obviously they're all like in their fucking 50s or 60s in this movie, whatever the fuck. And so they've got to have a general who has to be older than all of them. So you just get like a man in his like 70s or 80s. It's fucking hilarious.
I've seen Black Dawn. That's the only one I've seen.
I think they photoshopped some of his beard by the looks of it. Oh, I would not doubt.
Almost certainly.
We had a thing recently. I got fucking AI'd against my will. We have a plugin that I use called vidIQ, which is pretty good for just seeing like statistics of other channels' views and stuff like that, and seeing if thumbnails been changed and just tracking the odd bits and bobs. And then I was going to upload the
Army of the Dead.
The Army of the Dead thumbnail, and there was just a AI'd like thumbnail, and it was of me. I didn't press the button or anything to generate it. I think it was like a preview of what you could get if you buy their tokens. And it's just me frowning, and they filled in my beard.
Yeah.
And also, like, I'm frowning, but there's no wrinkles. So it's just like my eyebrows are just lower, and that's it. It was very like disturbing.
It was you with Botox and a facial.
Yeah, it was me. It was me with Botox and a facial hair transplant. Which, hey, maybe one day. Thank
We
God.
get the big bucks.
We get the big bucks. You'll see us not being able to raise our eyebrows. We'll just be
No, I never want to do that. I love seeing people's expressions. Like,
Oh.
give me Amelia Clarke and Keira Knightley all day, every day, still able to move their face.
Well, that was a talk about obsession with indie.
Never.
Why
I
people
think
are
it's
like
crazy that she like just went back to like streaming
Yeah.
online, playing games.
working as a dog walker or a dog sitter or
Yeah,
something.
and then to be in arguably the biggest film of the year, while not like financially the biggest film of the year.
Yeah.
I think you can't deny the impact it's had on cinema this year so far.
I love the thing about like an interview obviously asked her the question and it was like, oh, Indy Navarette? Indy Navarette says that she'd be interested in playing, like being in the new X-Men film. It's like, yeah, no shit. It's like
I'll take any
me
job.
saying, yes, I will have a couple $100,000. I'm open to that.
That sounds pretty okay
That sounds
to me.
being in one of the largest studio films of the year. Yes, I am interested in that actually.
If I have
If
to.
I have to.
If you could join any franchise and be like a main character in it, whether it's like a character that already exists or like
Jackass. No.
they're like you could be an original character, like they could make you a new character.
I'm
or like
a self-insert OC.
No, you know what I mean. Like it's a new film in a franchise, or it is like a remake.
Like
Which franchise would you want to be like? So like, say it was X-Men, like you would be like Scott Summers in X-Men, or you could be a new character in an X-Men universe. What universe would you want to join?
As an actor and like real life, as like I become
Like,
a character.
If we got like if God forbid one day someone offers us roles in something, what would you most want to be offered a role in?
I just love any zombie movie, and preferably be torn apart by zombies.
What if you got offered to be in an Evil Dead movie?
Evil Dead movie's pretty rad. It feels like those are pretty miserable to shoot, but I'm also kind of up for it.
And if they said you could be the one who reads from the book?
Oh, bad idea. My fucking reading comprehension. My fucking
Everyone's saved. He didn't read the incantation right.
Gimorus Sadu Clacula. Oh, we're fine, guys.
Nice. End credits roll.
To be fair, that is just Ash Williams in the Evil Dead franchise. I'm just forgetting how it's pronounced because I'm pretty sure it like a load of stuff, and when he reads out the Necronomicon in Ash vs Evil Dead, I want to say it's like been written in there phonetically for some fucking reason, just in case you want to quickly summon the Deadites.
Just make it easier for you.
Let's make it easier for. What about you?
Because my heart says like Middle Earth.
Like
but then equally, I'm like, I don't want to touch that.
Yeah,
it's too perfect.
Well, there's a new film coming.
They were like the new ones worry me that they're gonna ruin the old.
There's
ones.
numerous new ones coming out.
Yeah, there's like the Tales.
I know there's a Hunt for Gollum.
There's the Hunt for Gollum one, but there is also something else in the works apparently, which I don't want to know about it. Leave it alone. No, but if other than that,
get a remake with Steve McQueen as Aragorn. Roll out a corpse. It's that, you know, that scene where he pushes the doors open in the rain. It's that, but a corpse just falls through flat.
No guilty pleasure. Put me in a Tron film.
Oh yeah,
I'd love to be in a Tron film.
So if you're on a green screen, is that air conditioned?
Daft Punk. Daft Punk come back specifically for me. I make the request to Disney, please bring back Daft Punk.
I do love the amount of stuff I keep seeing about it's like a meme someone made or whatever. It was just like, better if he was a decent person, where it's like, well, fumbled that. I wish Daft Punk were still together. Yeah.
We have a friend, Katie, who is a deeply funny human being, and we both follow her on Letterboxd. She's very funny. She doesn't post reviews that often, but when she does, they're pretty funny. And she finally watched Obsession the other day, and she gave it like 4.5 stars. She was like, great movie, but Bear is the worst human being ever. Like, why would your wish not immediately be, I wish my cat was alive again?
Yeah, wild.
And I was like, obviously there would be some kind of pet cemetery. Because then there is the argument that like it isn't always going to be a monkey's paw situation. It was just Bear made a really bad wish and worded it completely wrong.
Because there's a guy in the shop who just goes like, "Oh yeah, no, my wish was fine."
So I'm like, I'd wish my cat was alive again, but without all the weird pet cemetery bullshit and like coming back weird, coming back wrong. Just let me have my cat again, and it will be all nice again.
Well,
Thank you very much, please.
And also his friend has wished for $1 billion, which, like, yeah. I mean, the only issue with that is the fucking taxes and explaining to the IRS where that came from.
Yeah,
And maybe fucking up the economy.
yeah, but billionaires don't do that anyway.
Yeah, no, but it's inflation, so it ruins the value of your own money.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I had to wish, it's like, yeah, $1 billion.
I saw a TikTok that was like, I wish I was the hottest I've ever been. And then someone walks in and goes, this heat wave's going to carry on for another 3 weeks.
No. Yeah, I know. Yeah, let us know what you'd wish for
If you could be in any franchise, you could be cast in anything. Cast us in a Nice Guys sequel. Let's get the Nice Guys sequel off the ground, please.
So what, you're Russell Crowe?
Angry, but no. No, yeah, it would be Russell Crowe. You'd be Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, no. No, I mean it's interesting as well with you've got a lot of interesting horrors coming out. I'm very fascinated. There's the Friday the 13th prequel. Linda
Yeah, I love Linda
Cardellini.
Cardellini.
Where it's Camp Crystal Lake, which I'm a bit curious of, like, what the fuck that's gonna be, because
Who
Friday
would win in a fight, the cat from Pet Sematary or the cat from Reanimator?
the
I don't know. I haven't seen Reanimator. I mean,
Oh,
I've read
fucking
Pet
mate.
Sematary now, but I haven't actually watched the films
You
yet.
know which films yet?
No, I watched 3 Carrie films in one day,
Nice.
so that will be the next book versus film video that comes out. And I've read Pet Sematary. I just need to watch both films.
What does a cat get up to in Pet Cemetery? Does he not, like, cut the brakes of the car or something at some point?
No.
What's a cat?
No,
What's the cat get up?
the cat just comes back because like the cat was really nice and cuddly, like my Simba.
Yeah.
Lovely cuddly cat with the daughter, and then he comes back, and he stinks of death and the grave that they dug him in, but also like he starts bringing in like rats and mice and shit from outside that he didn't do before, and he like hisses.
I mean, I feel like the cat from Pet Cemetery looks like he's in a bit of a better way than the cat from Reanimator. Why does he remind me of, what's that one?
It's Salem from
Yeah.
Sabrina the Teen Witch.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Next thing, because it's called Winston Churchill, the cat from Pet Sematary, but they call him Church for short.
Nice.
Because he is hit by a car. Jesus Christ. Because he's hit by a car, and then that's why he's dead. And then I don't know if it's Louis or Lewis. That takes him up to Pet Sematary.
Where was it again? No, it was a black cat. No. 6 is not one. Bring back to life. So contact energy. Yeah. I feel like the cat from Pet Cemetery got up to more, right?
He got up to more, but he wasn't really like attacking people per se. I still felt bad for him.
Yeah.
He didn't choose to be brought back to life. That was the dad's choice. And then
sometimes dead is better.
Yeah, then he's like, and then the dad just starts like kicking him.
No.
Because he's like, "Ew, you fucking stink.
That's just a cat.
You look weird because I had buried you and now you're alive again."
That's also just a cat. Most cats smell.
My cat Felder did.
I was gonna
Simba
say.
did. No, Simba cleaned himself. But like Church was a product of what Lewis.
Yeah.
I don't know which way around it is. Once I watch the film, I'll know.
If you watch a film you're going to review, what's that? If you haven't watched a film you're going to review, do you enjoy it as a viewer first and take notes second time around, or take notes from the first viewing?
It depends. Like for instance, with like my book versus films, thinking about like all the ones I've done, like The Long Walk, the very first book versus film I did, that was just a case of like we went to the cinema and saw it. I really liked it. Came home, bought the book, and then just kind of went off of that. I didn't watch it again at the cinema. So I was just kind of going on what I remembered from the cinema. But like with Carrie, like I watched all 3 Carries in one day after reading the book. It was a lot. Just to have the same story 3 times. I typically take notes like as I'm watching. Not like I'm glued to my phone, like, but like as I'm watching, I'm like, that's something that's exactly the same as the book. I'll make a note of that. Or like, oh, they've changed that plot point from the book. I'll make a note of that. But I'm not writing down like every single thing that happens in the film. I just pick like key things that I think I will probably mention when it comes to putting a script together. And I won't always use everything that I take note of during the film. But I think like a lot of the films are films I've seen before anyway.
Yeah.
So like Misery, I've seen it before. The Shining, I've seen it before. Doctor Sleep, I've seen it before. So I've seen them already just independently and enjoyed them as themselves. So like when it came to watching them for the videos, I could just kind of put my video head on and be like, right, I'm looking for specific things here. But like Army of the Dead, for instance, like I tapped out for like an hour in the middle of it to go have a shower, where I was watching it kind of with Monty, but like I wasn't making notes because it wasn't my video.
No.
But like, so like I could sit and enjoy that, but like
Yeah.
I didn't. I don't think anyone could enjoy that film. Kudos to you if you can.
No.
I think it depends. Like most of the time, we're just sitting and watching the film and making the occasional note as we watch it. Like The Mist, I'd never seen The Mist before,
Yeah.
but like I'm not distracted by writing notes as we go through. Like it'll be like I'm watching, I'm like, that's exactly like the book. Quickly jot that down in my notes app. But I'm still watching, I'm still paying attention. And like if there were ever an occasion, like I think with one of the carries, I did pause it briefly because I wanted to go and scroll back through my book notes to be like, oh, was this from the book? Because it was something that was slight. It was like, I don't remember if that was in the book or not. But both the first two films I watched did the same thing. I was like, oh, I don't remember that in the book. Did I write about that? And I scroll back through my notes. I was like, oh no, I did write about that. Fair enough. So like, if it's a really long note I want to write or something I want to double check, then I will pause the movie. But like, I get in my head sometimes about like rewatching stuff. I say that as someone who saw Project Hail Mary 6 times at the cinema. Like rewatching for pure entertainment, easy. But I think like if I watch the film for a video, I don't know if I could do it like twice in such quick succession.
Because what I usually do is like typically it's a film I've seen before. I think every single time it's been a film I've seen before. I don't think I've gone on a film fresh, because usually the idea is like I have an idea in my head of what the video is gonna be. The only one that I did while I was watching it through the first time was Crazy House, which I started the script, we didn't finish it, we didn't end up releasing it. That's a fucking god awful movie with some very interesting ideas that didn't really follow through. But yeah, typically I've already seen it, so I in my head know what kind of video it's going to be. So for like Cockneys versus Zombies, I knew kind of why I liked it. I knew that I knew the title going into that was going to be the other British zombie movie no one talks about. So talking about why this didn't work, like looking into those specific things, because otherwise I'm sort of trying to put the cart before the horse a little bit,
Yeah.
I think. But then also, so we'll like the way I do it typically is like I'll watch through it, I'll take notes, which is sort of just key points I want to remember or mention or just have a little chin wag about, and then I'll have the film very legally downloaded for the video, and I will sort of just scan through it just to remind myself of bits or what comes where, and like. But even then, the Army of the Dead video, the events I talk about around the vault bit is out of structure, but it just works better for the video in that way to list the events how they did, and also that's a god awful 2 hours and 55-minute movie when I do not respect it enough to be accurate. And it's also the only reason I was so happy to be so negative about that movie is because it's a fucking Zack Snyder film and it's got multi-millions, and it's like I'm not going.
Do we think you'll get all the Snyder fans in the comments like I do with all the Kubrick fans in the Shining video?
I was worried about that, to be honest with you, because they can be ruthless.
Still got so many.
You still get them.
I still get them now.
My favorite is they'll go on the Misery video.
Yeah, because I mention The Shining offhandedly in the Misery video, and we're like, Stephen King was hesitant to give over the rights to Misery because of how The Shining went.
Yeah.
And then I would have, The Shining's fantastic. You don't know what you're talking about. But I've had quite a few comments now being like, because the title of the video is when a director doesn't understand the source material because it's purposefully inflammatory.
Yeah.
I'm like really biting my tongue to not respond to some of the comments that are like, when a YouTuber doesn't understand a movie, like, I think Stanley Kubrick. I'm like, okay, a really original comment. Check the comment. You know, there's hundreds of comments, and quite a few of them say the exact same thing as you are. You're not original.
You got a nice one though. So no offense, but you're gorgeous.
Yeah, it's like, why would I be offended by that? For sure.
Yeah, I've yet to. We talked about this before. No one's commented on my physical appearance yet.
The joys of being a woman.
The only one I got was like someone being like, "You look like you're from the ska band from Canada." And I looked at the members and I was like, "I don't see
I
this."
don't look like any of them.
Sure, fine, go off. Yeah, interesting
Yeah, I
question,
think
James.
like, yeah, I can still enjoy it while I'm taking the notes. I got stuck in a rut of only watching my favourite movies over and over. Last year I watched a new movie each week and probably about 35 were horror. Nice.
Nice. It is. Yeah.
That is my thing of this year. I want to like go to the cinema a lot and experience films that like perhaps I wouldn't have previously gone to see. But it's come at a bad time being, you know, unemployed and not really having cinema money because of how expensive the cinema is nowadays. So I'm making use of like cheap tickets where
Yeah.
I can get them. Like my mobile network provider does like £3 tickets on Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Yeah.
So I try and use that if I'm not busy.
Because I'll typically be at work and you'll message me being like,
Yeah,
"Are
like
you
if I'm not
interested?
doing anything.
Are you gonna go see this?" And I'm like, "Probably not." You gonna see Sheep Detective? Nah. Wait for that to come out on streaming.
I like cheap detectives.
Watch it now. It's on Prime. I don't really have an excuse now.
Yeah, like I am absolutely a sucker for watching the same movie over and over again. I've done it many a times in my life where I think it was Tron Legacy when I still lived with my parents. I was like home on a weekend once, like feeling really sick and sorry for myself. I thought, I know what will cheer me up, Tron Legacy. So I put Tron Legacy in the DVD player and I was laying on the sofa watching it. And at some point I must have gotten up with the remote. Like maybe to like make myself a cup of tea or something. So like the film ended and it went back to the DVD menu. And I was looking around me for the remote to turn the TV off. It's like the remote's not anywhere in my vicinity, but I'm not getting up because I feel like pure shit. And I just laid there and was like, I don't see the remote. I don't know what to do because I'm not getting up. And then it, you know, like just auto plays after a while, whatever the selection is on, and it would just play a movie. And I just watched it again. I just watched it twice in a row. Which, if any film, I think Tron Legacy is a pretty good one to watch twice in a row. It's a beautiful film. But yeah, like as I said, Project Hail Mary 6 times in the cinema. Was very tempted. It's been back at the BFI the last 2 weeks. Been very tempted. I think they're using up all the slots before the Odyssey takes them all.
Yeah, I got in a rut of. So I used to be like the horror guy in my friendship group, and so I what I would typically do is I would watch horror films by myself, and then depending on who I would have around, I would show them. I would try and like, but out of the ones I'd watch, I would watch those with them, and I always quite enjoyed that because I think horror is one of those few genres where I think you get a second experience if you're watching it either with a group of people or with someone that you know will react in a certain way, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That makes me sound more evil.
You know, like it's like you're cultivating an experience.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, like when you go somewhere and a chef creates a meal specifically for you based on your preferences.
I wouldn't dress it up that
Yeah,
much.
it's not that luxurious, but like, you know, we had some friends around once and we watched Creep and Creep 2.
Yeah, fuck it.
And like one of our friends was particularly hilarious to watch those with because he was very jumpy and like, oh, I really don't like this. This is horrible. And it is fun to experience it alongside someone else. But yeah, like I'm a sucker for like a comfort movie. Like my letterbox top 4, for instance, is The Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, which is a placeholder for the whole trilogy. Project Hail Mary, Tron Legacy, and Little Miss Sunshine, which are all films I've seen multiple times and will always watch them again when given the opportunity. And like Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, like those kind of films that are like always on TV, like on like ITV3 on a Sunday. If I catch it on and it's like 20 minutes in, I'm like, oh fuck it, why not? It's a classic. I'll sit and watch that. I don't really get bored of seeing things repeatedly. again, like I watched Tron Legacy twice in a row on one day for no good reason other than I was too lazy to get up to find the remote because I was too sick. Like I'm not picky. I will watch anything and like come at me for Tron Legacy. You know, I know it's not an incredible
you always
movie.
say this. No one does. I feel like you talk down Tron Legacy more than anyone else I've seen
Because
on
I've
the
always
internet.
been judged for it, but I love it and I think it's a fantastic movie. I get why there are criticisms of it, but I still love it and I think it's a great movie and like truly one of those like life-changing experiences in the cinema for me as a 10-year-old going to see that film. Like that was such an and I remember it so vividly being in that cinema with my dad and thinking like this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. That opening shot coming down into the cityscape, like it's seared into my brain. Like I don't care about like I don't think I can ruin something for myself by watching it too many times. I don't think that's possible for me personally. So like I'm happy to rewatch things over and over again. You're a bit more protective of like Shaun of the Dead, for instance. You could talk about.
Yeah, like Shaun of the Dead. I fucking love that movie, and that's like what got me into horror. I am certainly judging you for Tron Legacy, but like, I mean, trash takes. You trash customers. Nice joke.
I will defend it to my dying breath. I think it's a gorgeous film with a gorgeous soundtrack. Maybe Garrett Hedlund's not the strongest actor. I can accept that. And maybe Clue looks a bit shit.
James is backing you up though. 1982 and Legacy are both some of my favourite movies of all time.
But we're not talking about Aries.
Aries was like,
fuck Jared Leto.
No, I'm a bit more protective because Shaun of the Dead got me into horror. I watched it at like a sleepover when I was like 8 years old, far too young, and that's like what put me on the path to where I'm here now, basically. And I watched that film so many fucking times because I got really into zombies. I still really am into zombies, but I was really into zombies. So I watched that film so many times, and then I basically made a point to not watch it for, honest to God, probably 10 years. Probably maybe closer to 8, but like 8 to 10 years I just didn't watch that film at all whatsoever. And then it was for the video. I was like, right, this is a reason to rewatch it. I watched it. It's a fucking banger of a movie. I mean, sadly the video didn't do great, but like the I don't even care. Like, it's just an excuse to watch that movie.
Passion project.
It was a passion project. This is the thing I've learned is like the more passionate and joyful I am about a video I put out, the worse it underperforms. But something like Army of the Dead, which is fueled by my pure hatred of that movie. Quite.
But I do like how kind of we're opposite in that sense of like, I will bleed something dry. And it does not affect me. Like I will watch films so many times, it does not matter. And I think it comes from my dad, because I would watch Star Wars all the time and Indiana Jones all the time as a kid with my dad.
Yeah.
Because again, like if they were ever on like ITV, we're watching them, and we had like all the DVDs and everything. So my dad would be like, "Want to watch Star Wars?" Yeah, obviously. And like my dad is like a proper nerd, and he denies it, but he's autistic, and I'm pretty sure I am too. And me and my sister will have these conversations at family gatherings. They'll be like, "We're both a little bit, and it's because of you." And he goes, "No, but he is." And like, he cannot sit in silence and watch Star Wars. He has to talk along to it because he will just talk along to all the dialogue. He won't do it at the same time. He'll do it like 2 seconds before the line because it really pisses my mum off. Because he'll say something and then Han Solo will say it 2 seconds later. And my mum's like, "Well, you stop. It's really annoying."
I have such an issue with the way your family views media. Whenever I'm around at Emily's and we're watching something and one of them have seen it before, they will just spoil the ending like 5 minutes
this is
before.
when blank does this. It's like,
this is when this person dies.
"Oh, sorry, I haven't seen it."
"Oh, but don't worry, they'll come back in a bit." "Oh, it's only 2 minutes. Let me enjoy the moment." I find it really funny because like I basically come from a family that I would genuinely argue is like media literate. Like my family doesn't listen to music whatsoever. They watch films, but like, and they do go out to cinemas to see new stuff, but like they don't really talk about it. They don't really have like favorites. I mean, my dad's a dad, so one of his favorite films is Top Gun Maverick, because of course it is.
But also, Legally Blonde.
Also Legally Blonde. He can't pin that fucking man down. Salt of the earth. Fucking grew up on a farm, and one of his favorite films is Legally Blonde. Hilarious. What's Joe saying there? My comfort Mount Rushmore of movies.
Oh god, Road to El Dorado. No one ever talks about that, but it's a classic. It's Tough to Be a God is one of my favourite like animated movie songs.
Fuck yeah, A Knight's Tale.
Nice.
Who do I have?
Which Wicker Man? Nick Cage or the original?
Yes, Nick Cage. Sure.
I was going to say, surely it's got to be the original, not the Nick Cage version.
I've actually not seen Road to El Dorado. That's one of those,
I love Road to El Dorado.
One of those that I had like Atlantis.
I got to that late.
Treasure
Like,
Planet.
I didn't watch that until I was a teenager, but I loved it.
Yeah, no, I had like Atlantis and Treasure Planet on like VHS, and I would just watch those constantly.
See.
That's
why I said I was like, obviously it's not going to be the Nick Cage one.
Oh.
I have a pin badge on. Oh, it's not here. It's my like winter jacket.
Oh, is it?
So it's been put away.
It's been vacuumed.
It's a little wooden badge of Nick Cage's head in the cage, and it goes, "Not the bees."
I fucking love A Knight's Tale. That's another one of my parents' favorite movies. But I always find this really funny. It's like my parents aren't really like on it media wise. Like they're not like they are weird. They'll see the latest film, but like just kind of to go see something. And then there's no like.
And just because I think because they get it, they're like signed up to this fancy like.
They get like a pass
place where like it's a spa and it's a restaurant and it's all these fun things, and they get like a £5 ticket that includes a glass of wine. So they're like, let's just go see a film.
It's an excuse. My parents are heavy drinkers. Like my dad will clear a bottle of wine a night very easily and not have anything. Oh, drum roll.
Alien. I need to watch Clue. I've never seen Clue.
I need to watch Clue. My thing that I'm interested with Clue is what ending. Like depending on where you enter, like I don't know if you head up on streaming or DVD, like what ending.
Is it like randomized?
Because
there only one.
I know in cinemas it was random. Hunt for Red October. I need to watch Hunt for Red October.
Have I seen that?
Sean Connery in Hunt for Red October. Yeah, and it's where the Ruskies invade, and it's about.
I think I have seen that.
About a group of baseball players, right?
Don't know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to see that.
I want to watch Road to El Dorado now. That is an absolute banger.
Road to El Dorado, is it?
It's Tough to Be a God. Genuinely, I think one of the best animated movie songs ever. I love it.
But I
like the voices as well. Brilliant. Kenneth Branagh is one of the voices, and he does a really good job of it.
I was gonna say, it's like I don't know if I have a comfort movie like a movie I just put on constantly. It's Moneyball.
But only the first hour.
It's only if I have a couple of drinks in me, clockwork. It gets to 10, and I'm like, I might watch Moneyball.
We still didn't finish The Martian.
And The Martian. That was different.
Because we spent an hour
trying to figure out what
to watch. We went through Amazon Prime, looking at all the Nick Cage movies, and thinking we should watch like a shit Nick Cage movie tonight because we have a scratch-off poster that's like the 50 best Nick Cage films.
Yeah,
and we scratch them off when you watch them. I was like, maybe we should watch one of those tonight. So we spent an hour scrolling on Amazon Prime, on Disney Plus, and on Netflix of like what Nick Cage film we could watch. We were like, let's not watch Nick Cage, we'll watch something else. And we came across The Martian on Disney Plus.
Martian's another good comfort film though.
Like absolute classic.
Absolutely.
And
was that the first,
I was like, we can watch it.
Was The Martian the first film we watched when we moved into this flat?
Ooh.
Or was it
Green Book was the first film we watched when we were on the air mattress.
Oh wow. Yeah, when we moved in here,
we had the tiny little TV from our bedroom propped up on a chair.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. It was my laptop.
Oh no, it was your laptop.
It was so we moved into this flat, and we might be moving soon, and we might have a dedicated studio space in the next place we move into, which would be very nice. I say a dedicated studio space. It's a second bedroom.
It is tiny,
but it means we can have the green screen. We'll probably post a picture even when we move of what our setup basically looks like at the moment because it is hilarious and a bit pitiful. It's being held up by like zip ties. But what was I going to say? Yeah, when we moved in here, it was completely unfurnished, and so we'd ordered a mattress and a bed frame.
The bed frame came, but the mattress hadn't come yet. So I couldn't sleep on the air mattress was like a stupidly high one.
It was like.
So I felt like if I fell out of it while it was on top of the bed frame, I was going to break my neck.
Yeah, and
so we just had it on the floor in here in the living room.
And then we had a coffee table, which was mine. We don't. I had 2 garden chairs. We do not have a garden. We had 2 garden chairs that I propped one up on that, and then I put the laptop on it, and then we watched Green Book for some reason. I mean, it's
God knows
nice.
why. Maybe I was just in a Viggo Mortensen mood.
Yeah.
But The Martian and Muppets 2011 were, I think, the other very early films we watched in this flat.
We were building some Lego as well during it.
Yeah, we made up flowers.
Next is my favorite Nick Cage movie to laugh at with drunk friends. If you haven't seen it, treat yourself.
Ooh,
I have seen Next.
I have you.
I fucking love. He's like a professional gambler, something like that. But he can see 6 seconds into the future. So it's been probably a good 5 years since I've watched it. But I just remember that scene where he's like helping the FBI or the police like clear somewhere, and you just see him like multiple versions of him walk about.
But like, we love National Treasure. National Treasure is probably like just off of my Letterboxd top 4, to be brutally honest. I think it's fantastic.
I've not heard of Wings of Apache.
I have heard of that.
What's Wings of Apache?
And also, again, probably on the same level of like Tron Legacy, but I love Sorcerer's Apprentice, 2010 one with Nicolas Cage and Jay Baruchel.
Oh, it's like a military helicopter.
Oh, your favourite man, Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones, my favourite melted wax candle. But yeah. Oh, Upstairs Neighbours playing some very loud music today. That's the other reason we're looking at movies. We've had trying to record in here with Upstairs Neighbours. The place we're looking at, which we've got a credit check done. It's top floor, which means in theory, if we hear anything above us, we know something's gone terribly wrong. It's either Santa Claus or aliens. But yeah, we're sort of hoping. And then we can actually have a decent live streaming setup, maybe, depending on how much space we end up having with everything. But yeah, that's our current hope for the future. And to be honest, I think we're sort of just putting off the idea of chasing the landlord for the moving date because of how hot it is.
Yeah, we're like, we don't need to be moving in this heat. Let's let it cool down a bit. But then it's just we're getting into summer then.
Yeah, we kind of just need to take our time and just bite the bullet, really. We've also got so much crap in this flat. If you can't tell from behind us, and like the Lego over here, the Lego behind. I mean, it is it's close, so it shouldn't be too much of a pain. We're not like moving across the city or anything like that. But yeah, it should be all right.
And also to get back to the point,
yeah.
We saw The Martian. We thought, nah, it's not been that long since we last saw The Martian. And then we spent another hour looking for something to watch. And then The Martian popped back up when we opened Disney Plus. Monty went, let's just watch The Martian. So it's now 11 o'clock. We could have been watching it for an hour. And Monty was like, I can stay awake. Because normally it's me. Normally I'm the one who falls asleep.
What I mean, was it just like a heavy day of like, had I just been working?
No.
I think I'd been working. I was either working on sets at the time.
No, because this was not that long ago.
It would have been when I was at my current job.
I think so. It was not that long ago.
Anyways, I was just exhausted, which is not.
But Monty was like, I'm not going to fall asleep. I won't.
I function on about.
But can we go lie in bed to watch the film instead of sit on the sofa? I went, yeah, that's fine with me. It's like, I was geared up. I love The Martian. We're into it. So I was like, right, that's pissed me off, that has. We could have finished it if we'd have started it when we started.
Well, maybe watch it tonight.
It'll be where we left off.
Yeah, it'll be where we left off.
No, but I love The Martian. I think The Martian's a great film.
Yeah.
I love the soundtrack of The Martian.
I love like the old Jackass films. I haven't watched them in a minute. I think I've still got the box.
You need to watch the new one.
I know the box set's there. Yeah, I hear it's not great. But no, I used to watch the Jackass films with all my buddies. So I have a very special place in my heart for those because, you know.
See, I never watched them. I was more of an Impractical Jokers girly.
Yeah, Jackass is very, very gross out. It's for a very particular audience.
I just saw Hail Mary.
The speed that she moved when she saw Hail Mary.
I think Sheep Detectives has come to Prime really quickly. But Project Hail Mary actually took its time because it wasn't in cinemas for quite a while. But I'm still happy to see it's on Prime now. I haven't watched it yet since April. April was the last time I saw it, I think, in the cinema. Maybe May. But I'm trying to hold out because it will be even sweeter for the next time I see it. But I've got
Oh, you got
the Blu-ray coming, the 4K Blu-ray, which is useless because we don't have a 4K player or a 4K TV. Or I guess the PlayStation is a 4K player, but we don't have a 4K TV. But I just want it in a 4K for one day when I'll have a 4K TV. That should be coming in August. And then we had a bit of a kerfuffle with the Steelbook because there was a really cool limited edition Steelbook that was like, I need it. I don't care how much it costs. Again, I'm unemployed. It was like, I need it. But it was only available on US Amazon. I was like, that's going to be really annoying to like ship and everything. But I was like, it's only available on US Amazon, so I'm going to have to. And because it's limited edition, I was like, I need to do it quick before it sells out. So we ordered it on US Amazon. And then it was available on HMV for cheaper. So we cancelled the US Amazon order and I've pre-ordered it. And that's not coming out till like October. But I think when the Blu-ray arrives in August, that's when I will watch it again.
Is that still being delivered to my parents' house?
No, I'm getting it delivered to HMV to pick up.
Nice.
Because I wasn't sure if we were still going to be here.
Yeah, we were still going to be here.
But yeah, I'm getting a special edition vinyl. Again, don't have a vinyl player. I have a few vinyls in frames on the wall for one day when we have a vinyl player. But again, that was very expensive. So that was my birthday present from my parents. My birthday was back in April. But I was like, if you don't know what to get me, you could get me this. It won't come till August, but this would be quite nice. And they were like, sure, we didn't know what to get you. Great.
100% agree, Joe. Jackass films, best boys sleepover movies. Jackass, Superbad, Project X. I had the Jackass box set. I had Jackass, the Lost Tapes.
I saw it at your parents when I was going through the DVDs.
I was at Jackass like 3.5 on DVD because it wasn't in the box set. And then the best thing is watching it with the cast commentary on, because all of them just chatting shit. I'm like, oh, I have such wonderful and hazy memories of watching those movies. I think I tried to show one of them to you once and you tapped out quite quickly.
I don't know if you tried to show me a movie or if you just showed me like a clip on YouTube, and I was like, no, I don't know if this is me. No. To be brutally honest,
which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Jackass is
like
a very.
I'm more like
the
Impractical Jokers level of kind of.
See, I never did Impractical Jokers because we didn't have Sky. My dad would tell me they didn't have Sky, didn't work on our road, and then I went around to our neighbour's house and they had Sky, and I confronted it. Because that was my dad's excuse for not paying for it. He was like, oh, it doesn't work here. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, my dad wouldn't
logically.
So they're just saying no.
No, we didn't have Sky until I was maybe 12, 13. But my grandparents had Sky. My grandparents literally live a stone's throw. You can see my grandparents' house from my parents' house. My dad did not leave the nest very far. So, like, the kicker of it, I think I might have talked about this on a previous stream, was the hit show Primeval, which was on ITV in kind of 2006 onwards. The first 3 seasons were on ITV and then it was cancelled, and then it came back a couple of years later, but only on, I don't even remember, I think it was Watch. It was whatever Channel 9 was on Sky. So me and my dad would walk around to my nan and granddad's every Tuesday evening and watch Primeval at my nan and granddad, and then come home. And we did that for 1 season. My dad was like, oh, let's just get Sky, stop bothering your nan and granddad every week so we can watch Primeval. And then we had Sky from then on, and I loved Comedy Central because Friends was always on.
Yeah, I watched that before.
Please get one of those suitcase record vinyl to damage your vinyl and don't give you nearly the quality of playback that you play for. I have heard that about the suitcase ones.
Yeah.
My dad has a vinyl player that he never uses. I bought him quite a few vinyls in the past, but he never actually uses them.
My parents have like 2 old, like proper old vinyl players that I've been meaning to steal from them at some point. The issue is they live quite far away now, so it's the logistics of getting it from them. Like there's a crap ton of stuff I have here that needs to go to them, and vice versa. And it's the sort of thing where it's a headache that I'm planning in my brain to deal with. It's basically I've got to bribe one of my siblings, and to be fair, it's probably going to be the ones without a child and a dog in the car, to bring it back for me. Which I think I have done once, so there's precedent. So hopefully we can actually get a proper vinyl player. This is the other thing, is that yeah, just we're also like trying to take stock of all of the crap we have.
And decide we want to try and like cull some stuff and not like get rid of it, but just be like, and not to be like Marie Kondo. Where it's like, does this spark joy? If not, throw it away.
I mean, I don't have that problem. We live very opposite philosophies.
I hold things dear to my heart. But like being like logical about things of like, have we used this since we moved in? No. If not, like maybe one day, like if we have a full house one day, maybe we will have, get it out and use it then. But if not, like we can put it in a box and take it to one of our parents' houses and leave it there until we need it.
I'm looking at that printer. We've got a printer shoved under our sofa because your grandparents gave it to us because they couldn't figure out.
I swear, I'm going to get a new printer like every 4 months. And then I get the call like, Emily, you're our technical advisor. Can you come and sort it out for us? Because my nan does lots of crafting, so she needs like a good printer.
She also does all of her crafts on like some fucking program that was made in 2006.
It's called Minecraft Studio, and it doesn't work on like Windows past like Windows 10. So her computer is ancient and runs on really old, so like nothing else on the computer works because it has to be on on such an old Windows so Minecraft Studio can survive, but it means nothing else works, so everything is so slow. So it means no printers like to connect to the computer because they're like, this is a new printer, we can't possibly connect to a computer that's
this
on such an ancient operating system.
I've worked with printers that genuinely cost like thousands, and every single
like workplace printers,
like the ones they would have on film sets, which would have to like they'd print and staple. What's that?
It's in Minecraft on Creative for Surviving. As soon as I said it out loud, I was like, it does sound like Minecraft.
It's actually a hardcore world. been going for 20 years.
Yeah, she goes through like printers so quickly because like she's using them for not their intention, because she's buying just like office printers which are supposed to print documents, but she's putting like photo paper and like thick card into this printer and they're going, please, I was only meant to print off Word documents. So she goes through printers so quickly, and then because printers are so technical and high tech, because you can print from your phone and anything like that, like that's just beyond my grandparents. Like, to be fair, like my nan is very technically capable.
I think we're technically capable, and I have to fucking wrestle with that printer every time because I can't just connect, file, print. I have to open up an app on this laptop.
You have to open up the HP Smart app.
HP Smart. Then it has to connect. Then it
half
has
the time on my laptop goes, I can't find a printer anywhere, and I'm like, you're literally next to it. Why can't you?
You're on the same Wi-Fi. Because
I miss the days of just like it plugged into your computer. When I miss the days of the computer being in a spot in the house, and like that was where the internet was.
Yeah.
That was in our kitchen when I was growing up. But it was in the little nook next to the fridge. That was our computer desk. And if you wanted the internet, you had to go to that one spot in the house. And I do kind of miss the novelty of that. And like everything plugged in and everything worked because it was all in cables. And now everything's in the air and the ether and fuck knows. But yeah, we do have a vendetta with this printer. And then because we don't use it very often, the ink runs out because we haven't used it in like 6 months. And then it's like, oh, actually, I do need to print something. I'll get the printer out and I'll print it. And it goes, the ink's gone. Oh, fuck's sake. And ink is so expensive as well. It's just not worth it. Like, I am at the point now where I'm like, if I really desperately need something to print, I think I will just walk down to the library and pay 10p to have it printed.
It's honestly, it just makes sense.
I don't remember what I printed down at the library not recently, but like last year.
Oh, the days of a family PC.
I miss it. I miss sitting at the fan and like having my time on the computer.
I'm so happy I grew up where like Facebook was just like, obviously it was already a thing, but it was just becoming relevant for my car tires.
No, that was the siren.
We've had like so many car crashes happen outside our flat.
We have not.
We've had 2.
That's not so many.
That's enough. That's enough to be. That's more.
I'd say so many.
I've witnessed more car crashes here than I've ever living anywhere else. God, yeah, no, but like the thing is like I'm very pragmatic about the things I live with because my parents just hold on to a lot of shit. So I've kind of gone the opposite way where like I do throw things out fairly often. The what I'm bad with is clothing. Like I will hold on to clothes far past. I have my favorite T-shirt that I don't even wear anymore. It just sits in my wardrobe because like the neck's fully gone. It's like this '90s. It's
Milkomania.
from Milkomania, which was the Backstreet Boys store in like London shopping centers in like 2003. I'm
The
like,
Backstreet Boys? Did I not take that?
no, it's Take That. Thank you. Sorry.
So I was like, it was definitely a British band.
It was Take That, and like they did the Milkomania tour, and it's my favorite T-shirt. It's got a great logo, but it's just like disintegrated because it's poorly printed, and like it's a great logo, and it's like looks sick, but yeah. Our generation are very lucky to have grown up with the internet, but not on the internet. Crucial difference. Yeah, I also think just like content creations change quite a bit. We got a really interesting comment on one of the old versus new videos where someone was like, "Oh, I looked at the date and I was shocked to see this was made less than 7 months ago, or whatever."
Less than a year.
Less than a year. Yeah, the channel's not even a year old yet. And
Like,
then
it feels like an era of YouTube that's long gone.
long gone, which I don't know. It was interesting. It was a compliment, but I was just like, "Ooh, do we want to be that?" But I think it is like
They meant it in like a nostalgic,
no, they did.
early YouTube way.
This was my content creator brain on rather than my human brain just accepting a compliment. But it is interesting. It's like I think about a lot of the content creators I've followed and stuff like that who are all good at the time. Some have been cancelled since, but most of them are sort of hanging around. And like a lot of them, it is like very classic, traditional, um, formatted programming. Like it was a lot of Channel Awesome, Nostalgia Critic, Todd in the Shadows. Shout out for doing the exact same series for like over a decade. Another one that I've discovered recently that feels a bit like old YouTubers, like I think it's like the real Jim Slims or something like that. Who does videos just on The Simpsons, and it's great, and it's very like not in your face, and I really enjoy that. Kiss and Arcade, who they
It's the
do.
same thing, just like a lot of stuff nowadays is just really like overstimulating, and it's like flashback, like it's all really stimulating, really like high energy.
Yeah,
because it's like content creators and influencers who are like targeted towards children. You know, like
I was venom in your voice when you said content creator. Content creators.
yeah, like a Mr. Beast. It's all like, how are we doing it? It's all like in your face,
God,
really
yeah.
loud. And it's the same with like children's television now, like Paw Patrol and like
You
shows
had
like
such a
this.
thing when you saw the Paw Patrol. What were you
Oh,
watching? What were you
I
watching
went to
when you got
see
the Paw?
Toy Story 5 by myself at the cinema. Again, using my £3 ticket.
That's like one of those like sentences of like baby shoes never worn, used baby shoes never worn.
I saw Toy Story 5 by myself
in cinemas on a Tuesday.
No, it was on a Friday.
On a Friday.
Because I'd just done a week in a school, and the school was right near
You know,
the
I
O2.
need to be around more children.
No, ugh, it was right near the O2 Arena in London. I was like, well, there's a cinema that takes the £3 vouchers. I will use that on Friday when I'm finished. I will go watch Toy Story 5. And before the film I was seeing, I was like, I've not seen a children's film in the cinema for quite a while. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to get children's film trailers. Shit. I've been used to horror trailers at the moment,
Yeah.
seeing loads of horror films. So I got the Minions and Monsters trailer, which, to be fair to it, does actually look quite funny.
Best reviewed Minions movie, worst performing in the box office.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Fucking hilarious. They've already taken down
Funny.
the advertisement that's near my office.
Yeah.
They covered like this building and like the orange eyes that the monster has.
Yeah. It's called Irene. But yeah, it's like, and then there was whatever the new Paw Patrol movie, they're like on an island with dinosaurs now. I don't know what the lore is, but I was like, it's showing how like dumbed down everything is for children nowadays, because as an adult watching this trailer, it was like none of the dialogue is matching up to what the mouth on screen are doing. Like literally not a single line in the entire trailer matched what the mouth was doing. I was like, And that's the trailer that they've put out in cinemas
Yeah.
that they're happy to use to promote this film because they know children don't care.
And
And they know parents
that
don't
had-
care about what they're taking their children to see.
That
in
would
general.
have to have gone through like 4
So
different
many people have
departments
seen that and gone,
approval.
yeah, fuck it, that's good enough. But like every single line, it was not matching what it looked like, and it drove me insane. And I was like, that's what we're like putting forward to children and going, that's acceptable.
Mm.
They're they're not going to look any deeper at that because why would they? Like I do really like Bluey as a children's show for this generation. I think it is a really good show. I think sometimes it can be quite loud, but in general, I think like the muted colors, and I think like they're not like whiny kid. Like we grew up with like Peppa Pig, who's such a whiny little bitch. I hate her, but like she always got her way because she cried and screamed until she got her way. Whereas like Bluey and Bingo don't always get their way, and I think that is important for children to watch and understand. But yeah, like children's shows nowadays are so overstimulating. Like I miss like Clifford the Big Red Dog and 64 Zoo Lane and Arthur. I was singing Arthur. My mum was trying to put on Wimbledon. I went to see my parents the other day, and she was trying to put on Wimbledon because we had a British player called Arthur something. And she was like, "I'm trying to put Arthur on," and I was like, and I was walking down the stairs like, "Every day when you work," and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "You said you were putting Arthur on." She was like, "Yeah, the tennis player, not the show." And I was like, "How am I supposed to know what you mean? I'm coming down the stairs and I hear you go, I'm putting Arthur on." Paw Patrol is police propaganda for toddlers.
We got a couple of these.
Yeah, we've had this conversation feels like a dozen times.
I'm not abandoned more established content creators, but I'm giving them less of my time and finding newer channels with fresh opinions. I feel like they curated their material for the algorithm and it all feels samey. Yeah, I don't think that's like, yeah, I think it is like a thing at the moment where like it's also like I think everyone's a bit rattled by shorts. It's really weird as well because Instagram's just announced they're launching like long form landscape video. I think / slightly hope for my own sanity and ideally the future prospects of this channel. Short form content's gonna take a bit of a step back in the next couple of years because I don't think many people have figured out how to make. Not many, like plenty of people have, but like I'd be curious on like the companies that are running it, how they're managing to stay afloat, making money. Because this is the thing with YouTube. It's why there's no competitor to YouTube. It's like it's something ridiculous, like 1,000 hours of content is uploaded to YouTube every second. Like no other company can host that much material online.
And it is like a lot of places now like
Definitely.
are deciding, like streaming companies are like, we should just have like a 24/7 channel for like this TV show. And it's like terrestrial TV, the thing you've killed.
Yep.
Well, like you can access something, you can watch it 24/7 because there was always something on, like Comedy Central. There was always something on.
It's interesting, and we can't take a single step in a society without suddenly being nostalgic for a step we just took. Yeah, dude, I see people fucking being nostalgic for like COVID. Crazy. Even 5 years ago. I do. Yeah. Six. God. And then like I think there's also just a thing of like people. I don't know. I can't fucking diagnose what society's up to, but like I do think it's just interesting. Content-wise, I was talking about this with a buddy, and I do feel like YouTube has started pushing. It might be because also we're like watching our channel and we interact with a couple other smaller creators. But like, I feel like YouTube is pushing smaller creators a bit more. I feel like I get more of those in my feed at the moment. But I think it's just a very interesting and strange time. Because also it's the thing of it's like this, like, because I do YouTube for work as well. I talk about this with people I work for all the time, and like the subscriber button is sort of just useless because very few people use the subscription feed. I mean, I can see from the statistics on the channel, it's something like on most of our videos, like 1% on a good like a video does well, 5% on a video does a bit poorly. It's coming from the subscription feed. Most of it's coming from the homepage, and that's probably still people who are subscribed. But people do just like, I'm guilty of this as well. Just refresh your homepage and see what's recommended to you, rather than like back in the day when it was.
I used to be on like the
go on your
Bell
subscription, the
like
Bell.
BuzzFeed Unsolved. I would get the notification every Saturday at 8 o'clock in the morning. New BuzzFeed Unsolved video. Watch it now, and I would do that.
Also, you'd like,
but I don't do that anymore.
You had the trending page, which just disappeared because it was basically just like videos that were already like it didn't. It stopped working for its intended purpose, and then after that, we now have the hype page, which I think is still only available in the US.
And yeah, but I can hype.
But
That's the weird thing. I can press the
only on
button.
mobile. And like again, I work with people whose my job's YouTube. Like not this YouTube. I do another thing. My job is just YouTube. I don't understand it. The people I work with don't understand it because it's not really explained properly anywhere. I mean, I still remember, and I argue they should bring this back because fucking TikTok did it. Where you used to be able to do reply videos to YouTube stuff. And then there was the whole thing with like the reply girls, where it would basically be a woman wearing a low cut top, just summarize a grabbing in video to get views, and there'd be a bunch of hate comments. Like, I think the star rating should come back. Like, I think getting rid of the dislike button was terrible. Like, I have a extension on my browser which gives me the dislike button back, so I can see roughly, or like the dislike count. The dislike button's still there, but like the dislike count. They removed the dislike button for shorts. I've heard creators say they push shorts for doom scrolling material. Yeah, I mean, what's interesting is my sort of inside baseball knowledge is I know shorts are really different. Shorts don't make very much money. So like even a short that gets 500,000 views will, depending on the algorithm, like depending on the age and gender of the people who are watching it and stuff like that, a short that makes like 500,000 views will earn less than a long form video that makes 10,000, 25,000. It genuinely perplexes me that and again, this is conversations I have at work, people who do the same thing I do, where it's like it perplexes me how people make consistent money on short form video content, because you just have to have everything go viral. And also it's interesting. There's a debate. We had it quite early on, and we kind of made our decision for it. But there's a debate I see all the time with people who like do YouTube corporate channels, which is basically what I do, which is like shorts can really easily kill a YouTube channel, because if you're someone who, and this, I'll stop in a second, this is very inside baseball, but like if you have a short blow up and a bunch of people subscribe from that short and a bunch of people come to your channel for that short and they like that short, and if you post shorts and long form content, and this is usually I think if you're not already established, the next video you post, the way YouTube works is it pushes it to the people who like just saw your content most of the time, and it will push that to a bunch of people who only watch shorts and they won't click on it, so your click-through rate goes down. So YouTube takes that as a signal that this video isn't going to do well. And yeah, I think it's all, hey, it's all interesting. But I think long form isn't going anywhere. It's just interesting where it's ranking on the priorities of YouTube at the moment. And I do fucking yearn for like, we had a good thing going in like 2015, 2016 with YouTube. We had a good thing going.
You're being nostalgic for the step we just took.
Yeah, fuck it, I am. Awful. Is that being nostalgic, or is that just recognizing that it's a bit shitter now? Is that not just what nostalgia is?
I have like a weirder connection with YouTube when I was younger. Like I wasn't following accounts or like, I wasn't following like Rhett and Link or like Jenna Marble or like PewDiePie or like anything like that. I wasn't really into that kind of sphere of YouTube. I mostly used it to watch music videos.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like a proper YouTube person other than to watch music videos. So I think I never really experienced that kind of like culture around YouTube growing up. It was probably more so as a teenager that BuzzFeed Unsolved, things like that, where I was like, oh, these are pretty good. Like maybe I'll watch these every now and then.
Yeah.
But I don't think I was ever like a diehard. Like I didn't really follow anyone. Like I think we talked about it before. Like epic rap battles of history was maybe like the closest I ever came to following an account pretty regularly.
No, I was big into YouTubers earlier. Fucking Yogscast. I still know the first YouTuber I subscribed to. You can actually see as well if you go into like your YouTube settings. There's a weird way you can see who you first subscribed to. But I don't know if he was actually the first, but it was a guy called like David XYT, and he was one of the first people to ever do a Minecraft Let's Play because I jumped on that shit early. Which was also funny. We had a guy like a 17-year-old at our work experience, and he got sort of like I basically had to find some stuff for him to do. Really nice kid, really nice guy. I was talking to him and I was like, "What do you do?" I was like, "This, like, what's interesting to you?" Da, 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 da. It was a bit cagey, and I was like, "Did I don't give a like not like do what you want. This doesn't, you know." I was just like, "Chill, be cool.
I'm not going to report this.
I'm not gonna report you." And he was just like, "Oh, I like playing Minecraft." I was like, "Fuck me, hell yeah, that's still going." I mean, obviously it's still going. It's like one of the most successful games of all time. But it was just very funny to find someone who's 17 and still really into Minecraft.
Because it feels like it's like people our age and like children.
Yeah,
It feels like it's not so much teenagers at the moment, but obviously it is.
yeah. My YouTube obsession was watching videos. Hell yeah, there was a great channel I used to watch called Zombie Go Boom, and what they would do. This is like peak fucking like mid 2010s, maybe even early 2010s. Zombie Go Boom, and there is a YouTube mini series that I've been meaning to make a fucking video about for ages, called Guns and Gardens, which was like like a what was it called, like a web series? Yeah, like a web series about how to survive the zombie apocalypse. From like the idea was in the zombie apocalypse, and then Zombie Go Boom. Again, big zombie obsession as a child. The last 3 videos we've done on zombies. Zombie Go Boom, which was these guys who would get like, you know, like those heads where it's like the skulls inside and the brain, there's like the silicon flesh around, and then they would test out like weapons used from movies and video games in it. It's like fucking great. And then I think it got really heavily demonetized because YouTube saw it as like violent content. The same thing with all like the gun tubers, like people who used to review guns have just moved over to Pornhub now.
Nice.
Apparently it's good AdSense over there. maybe we throw a couple of bloody good videos out. Yeah. I don't know. I liked Zombie Go Boom as well. The best was Zone 97. I don't know if I know off the top of my head. I'm gonna see if I have like a Ratatouille moment here. Cox 97. Oh, it pops up. All right. Christopher Cox, independent filmmaker. Let's open. Oh, good. Video's muted. Nice. No, he's doing. Nice
like
enough.
Oh yeah, like 16 years ago.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
love the look of like old YouTube.
Oh, it's like it's because it's also early digital cameras. So like
It's got such a specific look to it.
Everything's slightly desaturated and a bit shit looking, and that's what makes it good. Ah. Hell yeah. Yeah, and I mean it's also a very interesting time in YouTube because Minecraft Hunger Games.
Look how young he was there.
Oh yeah, it was like it's also a very interesting time with. Yeah, it was a very interesting time with YouTube at the moment because you've also seemingly got a lot of. I'm shocked there's not more people running to YouTubers, like established ones. Like I'm shocked. I know Rocket Jump are doing like an independent kung fu film at the moment, but like Corridor Digital, just like a lot of those like fairly early on YouTubers aren't getting more deals. I know the Rocket Jump guys may have almost done Guardians of the Galaxy or something like that before James Gunn, I want to say. And it was classic Hollywood. I think it was because Kevin Feige's son was a fan of their YouTube. Because of course.
It's knowing someone.
Yeah. I mean, one of the ways I got, when I worked in TV, I got a job offer on a spot once after I mentioned I'd previously worked with a bloke who was another bloke's brother-in-law. because that's just how it works. Because they're like, oh yeah, fine, like yeah, I trust
We
you.
can
Like,
check you
I
out.
mean, I was also qualified for the role. Don't get me wrong, but also so were X amount of other people. But yeah, it was truly Wild West. Yeah, fucking. I remember that. God, there was like the Mario plushies. We are just being nostalgic now. Yeah, I remember like a guy who used to do stuff with like the plushies. The Lego Batman, like I feel like Lego stop motion isn't really a thing anymore.
I have noticed some.
It's more a
Like
lot.
there was Project Hail Mary ones that the Project Hail Mary like actually worked with like a young kid, and that young kid who did the Spider-Verse one as well.
Nice. I think stop motion, ironically, is one of those things that actually is working really well on short form content because
Yeah.
they don't have to animate a huge amount of time and like
And it still takes forever.
Still takes forever. I've tried stop motion animation twice in my life and both times failed because I got too frustrated with it.
Yeah.
It's one of
I love the you sent me the TikTok the other day with
the dad.
Aardman. They
yeah.
posted like Shaun the Sheep doing that like trend where you go like and then like a drink appears or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was like God, it was like a 15-second TikTok for like weeks of work went into that. It's like that must have been the first time that audio dropped. They went, let's get this stat, and it's come back around this audio. Like, and there's Shaun the Sheep. I forget what it's called. Farmageddon was the old one, I think. But there's a new the Beast of Mossy Bottom. There's a new Shaun the Sheep coming out this year. Which I will be seeing.
I love the latest poll where we were doing like, what's your favorite werewolf movie? And it was like fucking.
I made that poll purely so I could put Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were-Rabbit on
Wallace
there.
and Gromit ran away with it. It was a really good.
Yeah, it was one comment was like three silly movies or Academy Award winning Wallace and Gromit. I think I know what I'm bigging.
Yeah. No, it was very good.
Love Wallace and Gromit. I think I will be having to see some of them at cinema when they're out this year.
Yeah.
I've got to see Feathers McGraw on the big screen, you know? That's my icon.
Oh. Right. You right there?
Yeah, my fingers hurt.
I was going to say, I think maybe we're wrapping up now.
Yeah.
Yeah. The clay animations for Fingu is beyond. I was talking about Fingu with an animator. I went to the Rain Dance Film Festival because I had a buddy there. And his short film was on. And we were talking about Fingu and stop motion animation. Have you seen Fingu?
I think you have shown me it.
Fingu's great. There's also like a Simpsons like Purge Home Invasion one, which is like real fucked up. Which I made a mistake of recommending to the animator guy who was talking about Fingu. But I had to like I preface it like 8 times. I'm like, this is actually like quite fucked up, just to let you know. Like it's a bit rough. Like if you type in the Simpsons Purge, you can find something and it's similar to Pingu. But it's very dark and a bit less funny, I think. But I think it's great. Thanks so much for stopping in, guys. Sorry about the delay between streams and also missing out on a video last week. We just combination of heat and everything else. We sort of just got burnt out, and we had a weekend, but we didn't have a weekend.
I think we won't be live streaming next weekend because I will be too busy at a Bruno Mars concert.
Yes, and I'll be watching the England game.
No, it's the final. So whether or not England make it to the final next Sunday.
I said what I said. I'll be watching the England game.
It's coming home.
It's coming home.
Yes, I think you'll be too busy watching the final. Yes. I'll be too busy partying with Bruno Mars.
Good. Yeah, maybe I live stream drunk from my phone. It's coming home.
Even if England's not playing, you'll still be there singing it.
I'm just outside a pub, bashing in an effigy of Messi somewhere. But yeah,
we should be back the week after that.
We should be back.
I don't know what the date is then, but.
And then what videos we got going up next week?
I think it'll be Carrie, but versus film,
which is free.
3 films.
Yeah, it's book versus film, but it's 3 of the Carrie films to find out truly,
script, which is the most accurate.
There's also a dark one about Wallace and Gromit. You know.
Oh god.
Okay, we're watching it after stream. That sounds great. Yeah, we got that, and then I believe the week after we're gonna try a bit of a new series, which we might take a bit of a break from the How They Made series, just to save my researching brain. Which saying that, I'm still gonna have to do research for these next couple. Like we've got 2 series we always want. Well, yeah, 1 series, one off video. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so keep an eye out for that. We'll probably also keep on doing some reviews. There's another zombie film. I don't know why we've gone so zombie heavy this month, but we just have.
It's just how it's gone.
There's another zombie film there'll be a review out for at some point in the future, which is also bad, but not bad in Army of the Dead way. Like bad, it's actually kind of enjoyable. Yeah, as our upstairs neighbour plays some loud music, which is playing us out. Yeah, thank you so much for
tuning in,
dropping by, messaging in the chat. It's always really nice to talk to you guys, even if it is, as you guys pointed out, the same conversations over and over again. Makes nice. Hopefully you were able to fend off the Sunday scaries with us, and we will be back at some point in the future. So keep an eye out.
We will return in Avengers Doomsday.
We will return in Avengers Doomsday. Yeah. Have a wonderful evening, guys.
We'll see you when we next